We are live! How are we doing on this fine Sunday? It is about 10 minutes out from kickoff for this wild card matchup between the Broncos and the Bills. I am excited to get into this. Got a couple of things. I sound a lot better than our last live. I was coming off of being sick from during the last live against the Chiefs. Oh, man. I get to call a playoff game, okay? I'm excited. I am excited for this. So we got a couple of things that I want to go over as things are starting out. So, okay, so firstly, this is going to be a game of matchups, I think, and it's really going to come down to the Denver defense up against the Buffalo offense, because Josh Allen is an absolute monster. Josh Allen is I'm going to take these off for a minute. Josh Allen's an MVP candidate for a reason. He is playing outstanding football. He has cut down on the turnovers this season, for sure. His legs have been a huge facet to this offense, and he's actually gotten support from a running game, even though James Cook isn't like the end-all, be-all, like a top 10 running back or anything. I'd call him about top 12, or somewhere in that span. This is a well-oiled machine of a Buffalo Bills offense, and it doesn't get much better than these guys, all right? Broncos defense, they have had some issues over the middle, especially during this last kind of month here during September. I feel like they've been getting exposed a lot over the middle. Stranad and Barton aren't the best cover linebackers. And so with that, you know, you kind of have your worries here of what are the Bills tight ends going to be able to do. Because I said this during my preview video. I don't know if anyone saw it. I think Denver's secondary is better than the Bills' receivers, but their tight ends are going to be able to kind of get loose over the middle, I think. And I think if they can get some receivers kind of in that area where Denver's coverage is by far the weakest, then they're going to have a really good shot to kind of get some chunk plays out of this thing. Denver's rush defense has been really good this year. I want to say their 3.9 yards per carry are good for third best allowed in the NFL this season. And so it's going to be kind of a game of push-pull on that one. Is Denver going to be able to stop Buffalo where they need them to? And then you look at the offense, because this Broncos offense has actually been rather solid this year. They are a top 10 unit in a lot of different, or in a couple of different things. Scoring offense, for example, I want to say last time I looked, it was like 24 points per game. That had them in like kind of the top 10. I can go double check that real quick. Yeah, we can go double check that, but I want to say last time I looked, Denver was a top 10 scoring offense, which was a surprise to me as well. So it's, oh, that's the postseason. I need regular season stats, ESPN. Give me points per game. Yeah, Denver's top 10. 2, 4, hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, they are 10th with 25 points per game. So despite the fact that this offense has been kind of inconsistent at times, especially with the lack of a run game here, Denver's offense has been able to put up points, and a lot of that attributes to Bo Nix and just having really, really good quarterback play this season. Sean Payton, I think he's done a good job with some of the play calling. I know he was kind of in his bag for like 5 weeks, and then it was just kind of trying to get from there. But I've come to realize that a lot of the reason Denver runs as many screens as they do is because of the fact that you do not have the running game that you think you have, or that you want to have. And so you kind of have to use that short passing game as an extension of that. You have to find a way to get the ball into your playmakers' hands while also ensuring that you're still moving the ball forward. And the short passing game is a great way to do that, especially when you're in Denver's situation. Now, I believe Estime is actually out today. So we are going to go check that real quick. We'll get a inactive check. So list here, Zach Wilson, inactive, except he denotes the emergency third quarterback. Audric Estime and Blake Watson are also inactive. You've got Lavelle Bailey that's inactive, Nick Irigulo that is inactive, and Ayuoma Uwazurike, who is also inactive for Denver today. So it's going to be really down to Tyler Beatty, to Jaleel McLaughlin, and to Javonte Williams to be able to harbor this running game. Now, Tyler Beatty was actually kind of Denver's spark plug for a little bit before he went down with an injury in week 4, and we haven't seen him since during that time. So we will certainly see what Denver is able to cook up here on offense. We are 7 minutes to kick off. We are very close indeed to the first Broncos playoff game since 2015, man, and I am so excited. Oh, man. Let's get some Let's Go Broncos in chat. I'm going to pop out a poll real quick. Just because why not? Pop a poll. Maybe if I can type. There we go. Poll started for everyone that's in here. Let's get a couple likes on stream. We're up to 2 already. See if we can hit 5. Your like helps get this out to more people. And I am extremely excited to share this with you guys. I am so excited. Just a few minutes away from kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, in beautiful Buffalo, New York. It definitely looks like a little bit of a cloudy day out there, but nothing substantial. Doesn't look like anything will happen. So Denver would go to Kansas City if they win here. And like I've been saying, I think Denver matches up really well with Buffalo. I don't think they're going to pull it out, but I do think they have the opportunity for an upset here in Buffalo. This is likely the weakest the Bills have been under Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, or at least the weakest since Josh Allen's rookie season after they made the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor manning at quarterback. But man, yeah, still not completely better. Still got a little bit of a cough that we're working around, but nothing too bad. Oh, we are close. I do want to make a footnote. It is Jim Nance's 500th game, so if nobody knew that, there's your fun fact for the day. But I think this is the game, or at least one of the games, kind of after that Packers game last year. I think this is the game that's going to justify the 7 seed. For real. Like, for people that don't like the 7 seed, I think this is going to be the game that justifies it for a lot of people. And I'm excited for that. I liked the 7 seed. I like the expanded playoff bracket. If you have enough competitive teams, then you can make the case like, hey, there should be more available playoff spots. Like this year, could you imagine the playoffs this year if they would have had 8 teams? Could you imagine the playoff bracket if there were 8 teams this season? You'd have the Bengals in the 8th seed and then the 10-win Seahawks. Like, that would have been nuts. We didn't get that. Let me know how the audio sounds. Are we too loud? Are we too quiet? What are you guys thinking? Let me know. Let me know if we're too loud, too quiet, whichever it is. I want to make sure the audio is perfect here. I want to make sure. Audio is perfect. But man, no, I think this is a really good opportunity for Bo Nix to really put himself on the map here. I believe they've already done Rookie of the Year voting, but Bo is playing a bad Buffalo defense. Buffalo's defense is not good. They're bad on third down. Their rush defense is not very good. And I'm really thinking this is going to be a game where Denver is going to try and just possess the goddamn ball. We've seen games where they have been able to just hold the ball for like 3 quarters of the game, or like 3/5 of the game, or whatever, however you want to call that. And so it's, yeah. Bills' offensive line is going to have their hands full with this Broncos defensive front. You've got the likes of Nick Bonito, who is double-digit sacks, Jonathan Cooper, double-digit sacks. You've also got, Jeez Louise, I can't concentrate. You've also got the likes of, Zach Allen, who has been wreaking havoc on the interior for the Broncos line this season. And then you've got a lot of other good players, too. Dondre Tillman has been a surprise find for Denver. And then, like, this pass rush unit is kind of more than the sum of its parts, I feel like, to an extent, because Nick Bonito has been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We have all been jerking ourselves off about that. You've got Pat Surtain, of course, leading the secondary. Hopefully, Riley Moss, who has had a couple of weeks to kind of reacclimate, get himself back up to speed. Like, this Broncos defense is built to stop teams. It is just over the middle that Denver has really had their issues. And Josh Allen is a quarterback that can certainly expose that. I mean, you look at what Justin Herbert did against us. You look at, I guess I can't really mention Jameis Winston because that was just a Levi Wallace freak show. There's a lot of good on this Broncos defense, but then you look at this Bills offensive line. They've only allowed 14 sacks this season, which is an absurd number for a 17-game season, and a lot of that does kind of boil down to Josh Allen's athleticism a little bit and his ability to make plays. But taking 14 sacks, you have to credit the offensive line on that too. You can't just call this a Josh Allen do thing when the offensive line and Josh Allen have been able to play so in sync this year and have been able to just, everyone's held up their end of the bargain. And so what that creates, it's going to be unstoppable object, or unstoppable force versus immovable object. Whereas on the other side of the ball, it's going to kind of be movable object versus stoppable force. Because like I've said, the Broncos offense has been good in flashes this season, but they are really inconsistent week to week. And I think if you don't get Cortland Sutton going, or you don't get Marvin Mims going, it could be a long defensive slugfest kind of a day that just looks really goddamn ugly here. But it is 11 a.m. Mountain Time. We should be hitting kickoff. I'm going to get this back on. Got the hat on and everything. They are running the Red Cross stuff. I'm going to go switch few things over right quick. That's not what I meant to hit. It is almost time. They're running through a quick commercial break, and then it will be kickoff, and then it will be time to get down, man. I am so excited. Let me know how you're feeling in chat. How are we feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. Broncos, like I said, I think they match up really, really well with Buffalo. I think they match up really, really well with Buffalo. I really do. I really think this game is either going to be like just this ugly blowout type of thing, or you're going to see a really close game. I think it just depends on what version of the Broncos you get today, because they have been a little up and down at times this year. Of course, all teams have had their ups and downs, but specifically Denver has, like, at least from where I'm sitting, they've had some ups, they've had some downs. It is what it is. I am just so excited to get to call a Broncos playoff game, man. I didn't know if it would happen this year. I really, really didn't. So I am stoked for this. Kickoff is right around the corner from Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. We are close. Let's try and get to 5 likes before kickoff. We're almost there. We're almost to both. And kickoff is within mere moments, ladies and gentlemen, from Highmark Stadium. My name is Branson Smith, calling the game from my little corner of the internet in Utah. And I am so excited to bring this to you guys, especially if you are unable to watch the game. I certainly hope that my commentary can be serviceable. It appears Denver will be getting the ball first. It'll be Bills getting it at half, so this Broncos offense is going to have a real chance to show what they can do to start this thing off. Yeah, it's still dealing with a little bit of a cough from being sick, but we are not nearly as down bad as we were before. Couple of players to watch. Keep your eyes on Bo Nix, on Marvin Mims. Courtland Sutton is also going to be my other key here offensively. Buffalo did win the toss and they deferred. Tyler Bass winding up and we are off. In Buffalo, New York, kick will be fielded and knelt in the end zone. That'll be a touchback and bring it out to the 30. Broncos offense going to be on its way out. Bo Nix played a ridiculously good game last week. Of course, it was against the Chiefs' backups, but I really hope that is able to kind of keep his confidence up and get him going really well. Oh, baby. Here we go. 1st and 10, Broncos. Bo Nix going to come out under center here. It's going to be Williams in the backfield. Nate Atkins going to motion from the right side a little tighter. Now he's going to go to the left. Nix, it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Javonte Williams for a jaunt of 5. Broncos with a good gain right off of the bat. They are going to stay ahead of the sticks. Javonte Williams getting a carry. Those have been far and few between over the second half of the season. Of course, he has been kind of Denver's least efficient running back as things have gone on. So here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Bo Nix going to be in the gun. And my shit's already messing up. Jeez Louise. Okay, like I said, 2nd and 5. Bo Nix in the gun. Running back to his left, orbit motion with Mims to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Jaleel McLaughlin running right side, and he gets plastered by Gregory Rousseau for a loss of 3. Tried to run a little bit of a gun, just a gun outside zone here over to the right side, and Jaleel McLaughlin just gets swarmed by Milano and Rousseau. And that'll set up a 3rd and 8 here for Denver. It's an early 3rd down here. Looks like they're trying to settle in a little bit, but they are going to have to throw here right off of the bat. Loss of 3 on the down. It's going to be Nix in the gun. Williams going to motion out to the left side to kind of empty things out. Now he's going to come back in. Play clock down to 1. They barely get it off. Nix drops back to throw. Nix winds up and fires over the middle to Courtland Sutton. It's a 1st down at midfield. Broncos drive will continue. Bo Nix with outstanding protection there, able to hold up. Pocket was formed perfectly, and he's able to rifle to Sutton. It's going to be a trips formation on the left side. Nix with the snap out of the gun. It'll be a handoff to Javonte Williams running right, and Williams is going to get out, get about a gain of 7. They're going to give him 6 on the play. Javonte Williams, so far, 2 carries, and he is showing out pretty well today. 11 yards already on those 2 carries. 2nd and 4 now. It's going to be a bunch set. Nix will remain in the gun. Nix going to drop back to throw. Nix looking for a man. Going to wind up and fire a moon ball. He's got Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. Troy Franklin for 43 yards out. He flew over the top of this Buffalo defense, and we finally get the Nix to Franklin moonball we've been wanting. It's just a bunch set, a little 2x2 set, and you're going to get Troy Franklin really just running a skinny post. Nix just puts it up on the break, and he just floats it to him perfectly. Franklin with a postseason receiving touchdown, and the Broncos look unfazed. Extra points gonna be good. And on the first possession, after a loss of 3, on a 2nd and 5, Denver marches down the rest of the field to take an early 6-0 or an early 7-0 lead. I don't think anyone thought the Broncos had that in them to start things out. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to share the stream on my Blue Sky. So hang on just a minute. I did not see that dynamite start coming right now. Like I said, it was just a little kind of bunch formation right there that Denver ran. And he just finds Troy Franklin over the top and just puts up a gorgeous moon ball. Hits him perfectly in stride. Hang on, we are posting this on Blue Sky. Come on. There we go, just posting the link on Blue Sky. Broncos now out to an early 7-0 lead on a beautiful moonball throw from Bo Nix to Troy Franklin. We finally get that long hitter we've been waiting for from Bo Nix to Troy Franklin. And it was a thing of beauty. That was an absolute thing of beauty. And right from the get-go, Denver just walks into Buffalo and punches it. That is a mouth punch of a play. That is an absolute mouth punch, crowd silencer type of play right there. First drive, after it looked like Buffalo might have him, 3rd and 8, Nix is able to wind up and hit Sutton over the middle to get him to midfield. 7-yard or 6-yard Javonte Williams carry later, and Bo Nix just puts that thing on. Wow. I did say Denver matches up well with Buffalo. I'm not going to get the early hopium up yet because it's the first goddamn possession. I need to chill out a little bit. But man, I can't help but be excited. I can't help but feel excited. I'm going to wind down the audio just a tiny bit. We are back. Ball will be going to the Buffalo Bills for the first time. They are running through the sponsors, and then we will be back into the game. Man, already we're off to a fun start. They got a viewing party at Empower Field. That would be cool to go to. A whole tailgate. Here we go. Lutz with the kickoff. Going to put it up into the Buffalo sky, and that will fall within return range. It will be returned. Johnson is going to get it up to the 33. And that is where Buffalo and Josh Allen will start things off. Allen, like we said, we've gushed over him plenty of times this season. We have gushed over him. This is a guy that is definitely on an MVP pace this season. I think the race is between him. It should be with Saquon, and then with Lamar. So here we go. Allen is going to start things off in the gun. It's going to be a 2-by-1 set. Number 26 will motion to the right side. Play action. Allen going to pump, and now he's going to go over the middle, and he will connect. And that is going to be Khalil Shakir for a early Buffalo first down. 15 yards. Gets up to the 48-yard line, and they are already almost to midfield as well. Like we said, the Buffalo offense is a machine. This Buffalo offense can do whatever they want, when they want to. Here we go. Allen's going to go under center here. 2 guys to his right. Takes the snap, and it'll be a handoff to James Cook running right. Riley Moss is on him, but he doesn't have the angle, and that is going to be a 15-yard gain there for James Cook. Another huge chunk play there for Buffalo. And the Buffalo offense is rolling. 2 back-to-back 15, 16-yard plays here. Yet James Cook able to get around the side and get the angle to just shoot upfield. So Buffalo will be operating from Denver territory just off of their 35-yard line. From the Denver 36, Allen from under center. It's going to be another handoff to James Cook, kind of right up the middle, and that is going to be a gain of 5. Gain of 5 or 6. They're going to give him 7 or 8. 2nd and 3. That'll be about the Denver 29. Buffalo driving so far, coming off a back-to-back 15-plus yards plays. You had the pass over the middle to Shakir, and then 2 nice runs by James Cook to get him down just outside of the Denver red zone here. Broncos defense trying to get off of this slow start here. From the gun, it's going to be a screen over to Khalil Shakir, and that is well blocked and set up. And Brandon Jones will tackle him down after a gain of about 7, but not before Shakir is able to get a first down. Try and move things over a little bit so I am just a tiny bit more in the camera. Keep things moved over a little bit. We get to rotate a little bit. Here we go. It'll be Allen from the gun. 2x2 set for him. A little bit of a stack on the left side. 86 will motion in. Snap. Allen drops back. And he's going to find number 86. That is Dalton Kincaid on the right side. And that'll be another 6-yard gain. Buffalo driving early, and they are going to be just outside of the red zone here now. Broncos with an early great drive and an early strike from Nix to Franklin, and now you've got Buffalo looking to respond here. They are inside of the Denver red zone here. 2nd and 5 from under center. He's going to motion 13 to the right side. Allen will hand off to James Cook, who will bounce to the left side, and he will be collapsed on rather quickly. Gain of 2. Gain of 2.5-ish. And we'll see Buffalo now take on a 3rd down, and they are going to bring in a couple of different guys. You've got Cook going to the sideline now, just to get a little bit of a breather, get some Gatorade in him. Here we go, 3rd and 2 from the Denver 16, 15, right in between. Allen will be in the gun, and it'll be a handoff, and Denver's defense! It will be looks like they're going to spot him a little bit short. Looked like he could have possibly gotten over the line to gain, but they might have called his forward progress shot. So it's going to be a 4th and a very short one. They're basically snapping it from the line to gain. Allen will surge ahead, and that'll be a first down. Buffalo inside of the Denver 13-yard line. Like we said, that Buffalo offensive line is ridiculous this season. Allen has stayed upright really well. I like to mention, Denver has one of the best red zone defenses in the league, one of the best red zone offenses in the league as well. Allen from the gun, it'll be a handoff to Cook going up the middle left side, and P.J. Locke will drag him down from behind, gain of 3. Set up a 2nd and 7. Broncos defense trying to hold Buffalo to an early field goal, and that is all they want to allow here. And that's a good start to keeping them out of the end zone here. Buffalo can get a first down here inside of the 10-yard line. 2nd and 7, we're going to see Kincaid line up in the backfield, then move out. He'll empty out. It's going to be Allen in the gun. Allen drops back. Broncos bring 4. Benito from the backside trying to get to him. Allen going to escape, and it gets batted away. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 now for this Buffalo offense. Denver playing a lot of contain, and they were collapsing in on Josh Allen there. Allen able to escape there. Got a guy shoved out of the rush. Allen moved the pocket, and it gets batted away. So here we go, 3rd and 7. It's going to be another empty backfield for Josh Allen, 3-by-2 set. Allen takes a snap and drops back. Broncos once again bring 4, fires, and he can't find a guy. Sailed it over Amari Cooper, looking for the back of the end zone, and that will bring up a Buffalo's field goal unit. Allen just missed his guy. He had Amari Cooper that had a step on PJ Locke, but unable to find him. And that is a huge win for this Broncos defense. Huge win for the Broncos defense. And now we'll see, it'll be a 26-yard field goal attempt for Tyler Bass. Bass will put it up, and it is good. 7-3 Denver. Both teams on the board. Denver with a huge scoring drive. Oh, I will return momentarily. I gotta go take a leak. Drank a lot of water in the lead up to this, so my voice was good. Oh, we have returned. Should register back on actual YouTube here in a minute. Oh, buddy. It is an early Broncos 7-3 lead as we look into things now. Bo Nix with a 43-yard strike to Troy Franklin to get them on top. And the defense able to wrap it up in the red zone there. Holds Buffalo to a field goal. Oh, man, high stakes here. Denver with an early 7-3 lead. Defense looked a little shaky early, but they were able to clamp down in the red zone. Now we'll have the kickoff, and that will go back to Denver now on the kick. 7:07 to go in the first quarter. Each team has had a possession. Denver won those first 2 possessions. They're able to hold Buffalo's high-octane offense to a field goal and get a touchdown themselves. Denver will be looking for another touchdown here. And ball is back up in the air here, and that will go out of the back of the end zone. Tremon Smith will simply watch it bounce. And here we go. I'm gonna switch a few things around here. Here we go. It'll be Nix in the pistol set. We're gonna see Franklin motion to the left side. It'll be play action. Nix gonna roll out left, and he finds Adam Troutman for a gain of 2. He had a few guys kind of collapsing in on him a little bit. Getting chased really quick. Buffalo had some pressure getting in, but he's able to get it away. And that'll turn into a 2nd and 8 now instead of what could have been a catastrophic loss, trying to roll Nix out to the left side out of the pistol set. They're going to come in the shotgun now. Javonte Williams will be to Nix's left in the backfield. Two guys at the bottom of the screen. Next, it'll be a handoff up the middle to Javonte. Javonte able to battle forward just a little bit for a gain of 2.5. And that'll set up a 3rd and 6 early for Denver. There is a player down. Taron Johnson is down. And that Bills medical staff going to come rushing out here. He is laying belly down. We hope he's all right. Oh, looks like him and Javonte went helmet to helmet right there. So they're going to cut the commercial break on that. They're going to cut the commercial. I hope I hope he's all right. I hope Johnson's all right. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6 for Denver when they get back to the broadcast. Early, it looks like he might be concussed. I hope the best for him. Especially in a playoff game, that is tough. Javonte got low and Johnson got low with him and ended up taking a helmet shot from Williams as he tried to barrel forward. So far, man, Denver seems to have the juice. Like I said, defense was able to clamp down early. Oh, man. Not quite out of commercial break yet. If you're enjoying the stream, let's get a few likes on it. We're almost to 5. Any like helps. It gets us out into the algorithm a little more. Gets us to more football fans just trying to see a playoff game if they can't see it, whether or not it's in their local area or they don't have NFL Plus or anything to watch it. I thought we were a little closer to being out of commercial break, I'll be completely honest. We were not as close as I thought. CBS shot. Broncos offense gave me confidence on that first drive here. So far, running game this drive has not been where it was on the last one. Of course, Jaleel did take a pretty bad loss on that first drive that almost set Denver back ridiculously. Broncos really trying to establish the run game, though. They are trying to ground and pound so far. They are trying to ground and pound it, so there is some effort being made on their part, and so far it's a couple of 2-yard gains on this drive here, and we are going to come back to a 3rd down, and should be about 6. We are just coming back from an ad break. Johnson, Bill's safety, was injured. He was able to walk off under his own power. He's all smiles, it looked like. Guy from Weber State, 7th year for him. He's a vet. They're going to walk him into the blue tent. 3rd and 6 now for Bo Nix and this Broncos offense. 7-3 Denver, 6:19 on the clock here in this first quarter. Bills, not a good 3rd down defense. Denver looking to exploit that. Williams is going to start to his left. You're going to see Lil Jordan Humphrey motion to the left side here. Stand corrected. Williams is on. Nix is right in the gun. Nix going to drop back to throw. Looking for a guy. He's got time. Going to roll to his right. Nix looking to scramble, but somebody had the angle on him, and they will stop him right at the line. That'll be a 4th down, and that will force a Denver punt. Nix didn't have the speed to get around the corner and couldn't get the angle, and Matt Milano able to get on him there. Yeah, what a play there from Matt Milano. So it'll be Riley Dixon's first punt of this playoff game. Dixon takes the snap and will boot it. And it will be fielded at the 10. And he's going to get up to the 15 before scurrying out of bounds up to the 17-yard line. Khalil Shakur will get a 5-yard return. Great punt there. And it is now Buffalo ball. So Broncos offense has a strong first possession, unable to keep it going after during the second one. Nix was looking for a guy on that 3rd down, rolling to his right, couldn't find a guy open or someone that wasn't bracketed over the top. And so it'll be up to this Broncos defense to get a stop. Bills are going to be inside of their own 20-yard line to start this thing out. And we are down to 5.5 minutes in this first quarter. So a little bit of a bipolar showing from the Broncos there. 3 and out after the touchdown drive. And it'll be the Bills that are back out on offense now. It's going to be Allen starting in a split gun set. 2 guys in the backfield with him, 1 to each side. We're going to see one motion out now. It'll be an orbit motion. Allen is going to dump it off to a tight end over the middle. And that'll be a gain of 7. Set up an early second and short on this drive already. And that'll get them out to the 26. To their own 26. Broncos defense was trying to get after him back there. Unable to get him. And that'll set up this 2nd and 3 now for Buffalo. Snapping this from their own 26-yard line. Allen having a good number so far, 4 of 6. He'll take this from under center. Allen drops back. It'll be a pitch out to the right side over to Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson breaks a tackle, and he'll get into the second level, and he gets tackled down to the 36. Gain of 10. Ty Johnson taking a pitch out to the right side. They had an extra lineman out there. Just, little pitch over to the right side. He's able to find a hole and hit it. Jonathan Cooper unable to make the first tackle. He got an arm out, but that was it. And then he got dragged down by a couple of Broncos on the backside. Guy like P.J. Locke and Brandon Jones were in on that. It's going to be an I formation now. Allen going to hand off to James Cook, and Cook will plow forward. He's going to get carried past the sticks. And the Broncos can't get him down, and now they finally do. He gets dragged for 10 yards after contact, and that's going to net 16 right there. James Cook just runs into Brandon Jones, drags Jones, then you got 5 more Broncos and 6 more Bills that join the fray, and James Cook does not go down on first contact, second contact, or as he's being cradled like a baby. From plus territory under center, it'll be another handoff to James Cook. There is a flag down on the far side. It's a gain of 3 or 4 as it stands. What will be the call? Okay, could have been an ineligible guy or illegal formation, but number 70 did report as eligible. He reported it stands as a gain of 3. It's going to stand as a gain of 3, and Buffalo continues to drive down the field. Second and 7, we're going to see Allen take this from the gun. Shakir going to motion to the right side of the formation here. And James Cook going to motion a little further left. And we're going to get a false start. Looked like James Cook jumped a little early. He did. He was trying to get set, stumbled forward a little bit. Incredible. So Denver gets a little bit of a break right there, and that'll move them to just ahead of the 50. Messing a little bit with stuff over here. So, 2nd and 12, Allen going to stay in the gun here, and they will snap it from the Denver 49. Going to see Curtis Samuel motion left, then back to the right side. Allen drops back to throw. Broncos brought 4. Allen sitting in the backfield. Jonathan Cooper able to flush him further to his right. Makes Malcolm Roach miss. Allen with his legs able to get most of that back. He'll get a gain of 9. And Brandon Johnson finally gets him out of bounds. That's going to set up a 3rd and 3. Denver had him caged in. They had him caged in, but they weren't able to really get in on him. That's all they can do is box him in, but Josh can run is kind of the problem on that. Yeah, not exactly a win there for Denver on that play. Here we go, 3rd and 3. It's going to be a handoff. No, Allen keeps it, and he will get the first down and a little bit more. Looked like a little bit of a zone read there. Pops for a gain of, it looked like 8. I could be wrong on that, but it did look like a big gain there. Sorry, I'm also dinking with stuff here on this monitor here. Ooh, Johnson having his neck evaluated so far after that injury. Here we go. Allen is going to be under center from their Denver 33. Play action, drops back, and he just has to dirt this one. Had nothing on that. Pass rush was getting through. He just decides to dirt it here. And that'll set up a 2nd and 10. Broncos defense trying to hold up to another field goal. Held Buffalo to a field goal on that first possession. They are looking to hem them in once more. Alrighty. 2nd and 10 now. Allen going to line up in the gun. Bills are going to be bunched up a little bit. Allen drops back to throw. Allen sitting in the pocket, and he rifles one in to Coleman. And that'll be a gain of about 4 there. Good tackle by by Jaquan McMillan. That'll set up a 3rd and 5 now. That will set up 3rd and 5. Messing with the thumbnail a little bit, making it a little more clickable, perhaps. Here we go. Allen will be in the gun here with a running back wide to his right. Earn a motion, Kincaid a little further into the formation. Here we go. Drops back in the gun. He is going to have Curtis Samuel, and that'll be a first down. Gain of 6. They needed 5. Bills continuing to drive, and time will likely run out here on this first quarter. Time is going to run out on the first quarter. It's a 7-3 game. Hopefully I made a slightly better looking thumbnail here. We're through 1. 7-3 Denver. 7-3 Denver. They are trying to hand Buffalo their first loss. Their first loss. What did I do? I was hitting the wrong buttons. I was hitting all the wrong buttons there. That was less than ideal. Just trying to change a couple of things during commercial break. Try and get out to a few more people here. Let's see, thumbnail. Change that real quick. Hopefully that is a little more clickable. Ooh, hang on. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. And my hashtags were bad. Not that. Yeah, we're just messing with some stream settings real fast. Hoping we can get out to a few more people. We're up to 54 views going into the second quarter, so I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Okay, change is saved. That took it a second. That was a little concerning. That took it a minute to get its life together. And that is going to lead us into the second quarter. Actually, might add something real quick. Just need text here. There we go. We can move that right there. Perfect. Second quarter, 1st and 10 at the Denver 21-yard line. Bills are going to be in the gun here. Number 10 will motion across, and that will be a handoff to James Cook. And James Cook will plow forward for 5. Broncos defense has had their hands full so far on this second drive. They've held Buffalo to a field goal so far on that first drive. Offense has scored a touchdown and then gone 3 and out. This drive started back at their own 19, so Buffalo trying to put together an 81-yard scoring drive. Broncos defense trying to keep them out of the end zone again. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the Denver 16. A huge bunch formation there. Allen from under center. Will be another handoff to Cook, and he will get dragged down after a gain of about 2. They're going to set up a 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 2. Broncos defense once again just trying to hold Buffalo to a field goal, playing a lot of bend, don't break. Kind of giving up yards here, but if they can hold without giving up a touchdown here, that's going to be a win for them. Offense is going to need to maintain a drive. Come around next. 3rd and 3. Allen's going to take this from the gun. Ty Johnson in the backfield. Over to Allen's right. Buffalo going to take a timeout, trying to avoid a delay of game, or maybe Allen just didn't like what he saw. Either way, it's going to necessitate a timeout on that. Whew. Oh, they're talking about how Allen could have gone to the Broncos. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Jim. Don't do this, Jim Nantz. Yeah, Broncos were in a look Buffalo did not like. So Buffalo takes a timeout. They are back in the huddle and will be looking to convert here on 3rd. And Nance called it a long 2. It looks more like a short 3. So here we go, 3rd and 3. It's going to be a trips to the left side until number 1 motions over to the right side. Allen going to roll left here. Looks like a design run. Allen gets popped at the 5, but that is a first down. Gain of 10.5. 10.5, 11 there, and Allen on a design quarterback run. Able to find a hole, stick his foot in the ground, and book it. He does get popped by Justin Stranad, but not after getting that first down. Allen with his legs is dangerous. That is a dangerous thing for Denver. At the 5, Allen going to take this from under center. A couple of guys bunched just behind the tight end. Handoff to Cook. Cook! He fights, and that is a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook able to get on his horse. And Buffalo able to capture their first lead of the day. So Denver's defense holds to a field goal on that first possession, but James Cook and Josh Allen able to methodically march the ball down the field. And Buffalo now will take the lead here. So Denver now finds themselves behind. And they are going to need to put up points to keep up with this Buffalo offense here. Oh, long drive for Buffalo, 7.5 minutes here. Bass from the left hash. Extra point is up and good. 10-7 game now in Buffalo's favor. 10-7 games, so Broncos defense folds on that second drive. Seems like they were unable to just find any way to stop Buffalo. And so it'll be up to the offense now to answer Buffalo's touchdown after they lost the lead. Buffalo just had a real long, methodical, nice drive. Denver's defense was unable to stop anything. 3rd down was not good for them right then and there. Buffalo just able to have their way with them there on that defensive drive, or on that possession. Less than ideal for sure. But Denver is still in this thing. There's been 2 drives apiece. We've seen a touchdown and a field goal go both ways. So far, though, third downs, you got Denver. They are 1 for 2. Buffalo is 3 of 5 on third down. Both teams, though, playing well. Buffalo right now, Josh Allen 6 for 9, 45 yards. Bo Nix passing 3 for 3, 64, has that long touchdown to Troy Franklin. And now Denver will be looking to find more of that magic they had on the first drive. It will be Denver ball when we return from commercial break. And I am staring at a whiskey ad right now, so there is that. Oh man, my back itches. That is less than ideal. I don't get the commercial break that actual commentators get, so I just gotta yap here through commercial breaks. Broncos are putting up a fight, but defensively right now is where I'm concerned, because it really doesn't feel like Denver's defense has any answers here. First drive, they were able to kind of get that red zone stop. Second drive, though, Allen, really, James Cook and the run game just had their way with Denver. Just had their way, and like I said, Denver's run defense was really highly touted. Buffalo is just straight overpowering them right now. 7:30 off of the clock there on that Buffalo possession. 81 yards. Started from their own 19 after the punt. And now it will be Denver with the ball after the kickoff here. They're doing all the cool camera scrolly stuff. Now it's going to be up to Bo Nix here. Will Bo Nix be able to will this Broncos offense forward here? They were trying to establish the run game on the last drive. First drive, the run game was working really well. Denver really only ran a couple of plays on that. Javonte Williams was able to punch the ball forward quite often on that drive. So we'll see what they can do here. Bass has the kick up, and that will change possession. That'll bounce into the end zone. Denver will start with the ball at the 30-yard line. And they are going to be looking to respond. Buffalo now with the lead in the second quarter. Ran off basically the rest of the first and a decent chunk of the second here as Denver gets into their third possession. Broncos got to be careful here because Buffalo does get the ball coming out of halftime. So any unanswered scores here are going to be paramount. Bo Nix will be in the I form here. Going to motion Mims around the back of the formation. That'll be a handoff to Tyler Beatty. And Beatty will jump forward for a gain of 7 or 8. Just off of IR there. And Beatty was Denver's spark plug there for a bit. Johnson is back on the field for Buffalo, which is good to see just if you're just a football fan. That is good to see if you are a football fan. Taron Johnson will get back onto the field. Here we go. 2nd and 3. Looks like Nix will be taking this under center. Adkins motions into the formation. Mims motions to the left. It's a handoff to Marvin Mims around the left side. Mims able to stumble forward for a first down before he juts out of bounds. Broncos trying to get him involved early. And that is a Denver first down. Just a little motion in there. Looked like they were trying to lull him to sleep on that play before they actually handed it to him. Able to get the edge. Decent blocking on the far side there. And Mims has that first down. He is Denver's gadget guy here. Nix now from the gun. Running back over to his right side. Nix gets set. Takes the snap. It's a play action. Nix drops back to throw. Gets set and he's going to rifle it. It's tipped off of the hands of Cortland Sutton. That's a rare drop from the veteran. 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. Didn't have a whole lot of drop issues there. just flittered off of his hands. Because you had Sutton there on what looked like a dig. Nix had it through the window, just unable to corral it in for Sutton. Nah, it should have been a first down. Nix put it pinpoint. Burton going to motion into the backfield. It's going to be a strong eye. Nix, it'll be a handoff to Javonte, trying to force himself up the middle, 2nd and 10, and that's going to go just about nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2 there for him, and that'll make 3rd and 8. So Denver hurting a little bit from that Sutton drop. Unable to get a whole lot going in the run game so far. Tyler Beatty able to get a good carry forward on this drive, but Javonte Williams, after that first good drive, they were unable to get anything going in this run game so far. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Clock will run under 11 minutes. Sutton going to motion over to the right side of the formation. Nix barely gets the snap off before the delay of game. Going to roll to his right. Nix on the run. Incomplete. Trying to throw in the area there of Cortland Sutton. And he will be unable to find him here. That's going to set up a 4th and 8. And it's going to be a 2nd straight punt there. Cortland Sutton's drop does come back to bite. And they are unable to get anything going here after that early, very productive drive. And that's going to set up a Denver punt. Oh, it's a fake! Riley Dixon floats it to Marvin Mims! A fake punt to Marvin Mims! What a ballsy call! Riley Dixon gets a completion. Denver dials it up. Marvin Mims on the first down reception. That was hit well by Riley Dixon. What a call. They steal a possession back here, and they get what looks like near plus territory. They are in plus territory by far. Troutman going to motion into the backfield here now. Full house for Nix. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Javonte Williams, and Williams will push forward for a gain of 6. Broncos looking to capitalize now on that fake punt that they were able to get. Everyone knows Sean Payton's a gutsy bastard. So coming off of the fake punt now, they're able to run it forward for about 6. And they are really trying to set themselves up for success here. Riley Dixon with the pinpoint pass over to Mims. 2nd and 4, Nix from the gun. It's a split back formation. Marvin Mims going to motion out right. It's a little screen they're going to float out. And that's going to be a loss of 3. Marvin Mims unable to get blocking in front of him there. Little motion screen out to the right side. It's going to be a loss of 3. Like we said, Denver just with a lackluster run game, you've got to try and get things going here, whether it's short passing game or what have you. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 7 for him now. Buffalo is going crazy. Denver 1 for 3 on 3rd down. 7 is the average to go. Nix will be taking it from the gun set here, running back to his right. Nix going to drop back to throw, takes the snap. Blitz came in immediately. Nix just unloads it, looking for anybody. Incomplete. Looking for Sutton. Pressure got in quick from that Bills rush, and Damar Hamlin was the closest guy. Damar Hamlin was the closest guy to that ball. Bo Nix just overshoots Cortland Sutton. And so Dixon going to come back out to probably actually punt the ball. Unfortunately for Denver, so Shakir going to set up pretty deep there in the end zone, or by the end zone. Dixon will put this thing up in the air, trying to pin him deep. And they will. Marvin Mims with an outstanding special teams play. So Mims putting in work on special teams here, not in the ways you'd think. He gets a catch on a fake punt that amounts to nothing, and then he's able to down a punt inside of the Bills' 2. So Denver's defense here with an opportunity to make something happen now that Buffalo is pinned. I'm going to be right back, going to run to the bathroom. I will leave you with the chair. Hopefully we can get some more viewers in here, man. We are a little short today. But I leave you with the chair. Here we go. We are back. I just saw myself leave on stream because my live feed was a little behind. Little behind. But here we go. Buffalo is going to be pinned inside of their own 2 to start their next possession here. Buffalo with a lead. Hey, let's go. What up, James? Let's go, Broncos. Yes, sir. Glad to get you in stream. Glad to get you in. We are still in a commercial break. Denver looking to get a stop here. They've had some trouble with this Bills offense so far. James Cook has kind of been a menace on them already. Bills are trying to just pound the ball down their throats today. And so it is a little bit rough, but Broncos defense kind of a little bit on their heels. They do start slow every now and again, and this is definitely one of those games. So hoping they can batten down the hatches here and make some progress now with Buffalo pinned inside of their own 2. Broncos ran a fake punt on their possession that amounted to absolutely nothing. They were just a little outside of field goal range. And Buffalo will be snapping this from their own 1-yard line here. They're just going to try and get out of the shadow of their own goal line. Broncos looking for a quick 3 and out to win some field position back. Bills punting numbers aren't the best this year, and Denver can take advantage of that. If they can get a 3 and out here, it's going to be under center for Josh Allen. Allen trying to get somebody to move. Doesn't look like he will. Oh, now we're going to get a flag. It's a pointing match right now. It's a pointing match. They're trying to get somebody to jump here. It's a false start. Jonathan Cooper did not break the neutral zone. And that is going to be a false start. Allen trying to draw him off sides. And that's just going to back him up another couple of inches here. There was no jump into the neutral zone, and there was a false start right there by that right tackle. So that's going to back Buffalo up just that little bit more. And they are now inside of their 1-yard line. They're basically snapping it from the goal line. We are going to see Allen's under center here. Allen, it's going to be a handoff to James Cook. He gets out of the end zone and he gets more. It's going to be a gain of about 8.5. And that's a quick way to get out of your goal line there. Broncos defense has not been able to stop James Cook today. It has been a bad look on this Denver defense, and James Cook is basically doing it himself. Buffalo has kind of been running this 6 lineman scheme here. Denver trying to get enough guys down on there to to put a stop to it. Here we go, 2nd and 1. We're going to see a guy motion to the left side, another handoff to James Cook, and he will be dragged down before that first down. Really a no gain on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They're trying to get a crucial stop here. Looks like they're trying to get up and run a QB sneak. Everyone trying to get set. Denver trying to get in and push back on it. And it will be a 1st down on the 2nd effort by Josh Allen. Barely 1st down. Getting a little bit chippy between these two teams now. No flag on anything so far. We're down to 7 minutes in the half. Buffalo does get ball at half. And they have just kind of out-physicaled the Broncos defense so far today. They have over 100 rush yards already in this first half. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 13. Allen going to take this from the gun, running back to his left. Number 1 going to motion over. It's a play action. Allen was looking long, dumps it off to Curtis Samuel over in the flat. That'll be a gain of about 6, I want to say, before he scampers out of bounds. DJ Jones was out over on him. And that'll set up a 2nd and 4. Bills have been able to stay ahead of the sticks pretty much all game so far. Denver's defense unable to really find a way to get a stop, and really it's this run defense so far, and Allen's picking them apart underneath when he finds anything. 2nd and 4. Broncos have the front loaded up a little bit. Samuel going to motion to the right. It'll be a handoff to Ray Davis, and the Broncos defense will hold him short, but it's going to be by a yard. So we're likely to see another quarterback sneak here. Jonah Ellis is in the locker room. He's questionable to come back. Took a blow from Dawkins. And we're seeing personnel rotate in and out here. Probably another heavy set here for Buffalo. Clock is going to run to 5.5 and under here in this first half. Broncos got heavy. It's 30 yard. Play action, Josh Allen. Allen looking to get around Jonathan Cooper, and he does. And he will keep it for a 1st down. He gets out of bounds he gets a 1st down. Clock will continue to run. It'll run under 5 minutes. Broncos defense. They had the run stuffed, but they did not really contain all that well. No spy, nobody able to corral him. Jonathan Cooper did the best he could one-on-one, but unable to find any purchase over there on Allen. So here we go, another 1st and 10 here. Allen from the gun, going to be a drop back to throw. He's going to whip it out quick to the right side. Surtain in coverage. That'll be a gain of about 4 to Amari Cooper. Surtain able to push him out of bounds. Clock is going to run under 4.5 now as we run into this 2nd and 5. Amari Cooper didn't do a whole lot in a Bills uniform this year, but he has been serviceable for him when they've needed him. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Bills are out possessing the Broncos nearly 2-1. So after that first strong drive for them, unable to get anything going. 2nd and 5. It'll be Allen from under center. Allen, it's going to be a pitch out to the left side for Cook. He's breaks some tackles, but he gets a 1st down, tripped up after a gain of 7. Broncos defense unable to contain him. And they are just trying to hold on right now. This run defense is getting overpowered. And Vance Joseph is going to really need to make an adjustment here. Coming out of halftime, James Cook 12 for 76. Run defense with nothing so far today. Allen from under center. Once again, we're going to see a tackle motion over the right side. It'll be another handoff to James Cook. And Cook will be dragged down after a gain of about 1. Cody Barton in on that. It's a gain of 2 for Buffalo. So for once, Denver's run defense there able to find something. They have started out ridiculously slow today. Oh, man. Bills are very much outpossessing the Broncos right now. Start of the drive at the 1. They are up to their own 40 now. 2nd and 8. We're going to see Shakir motion to the right side. And we got a flag down. And that's going to be another false start there for Buffalo. They had one while they were at the 1. Didn't end up mattering. So it's 5-yard penalty. They are going to tag Dion Dawkins. And that is going to set him up there for a 2nd and 15. Denver defense really looking to get off the field. And that is indeed a false start. Got off early. Or 2nd and 13, sorry. From their own 35, we're going to see Kincaid motion a little bit into the formation. Allen drops back in the gun, and Allen will be sacked. Zach Allen gets back to him. And that will drive the Bills further back. Zach Allen able to tear through this Bills offensive line. And that is a huge play for Denver there. Something they needed. He works on number 76 of Buffalo, just able to really power through and get around him. That is only the 15th sack that Josh Allen has taken this season. And we got a timeout called by Buffalo here, and we are 3rd and 21. Broncos defense looking to really hem the Bills in here. They had 2 positive plays. It's a gain of 2 allowed to James Cook there by Cody Barton. Into the false start, into the sack. So Broncos defense here will be really, really looking to make things work. Third and 21 is what it's going to be now for Buffalo. So 3rd and a county mile here. It was a Buffalo timeout. 3rd and 21, Zach Allen able to impose his will, and Denver finally able to get into the backfield. Pushes them back inside of their own 30. They'll take the snap from their 27. 13 going to go in motion out to the right side. Allen drops back in the gun. He's going to find Shakir underneath. And the Broncos were just playing kind of prevent coverage on the sticks there. And they are able to make the tackle and get it to 4th down. So it's going to be 4th and 8 now. And they're going to run it to the 2-minute warning. Denver should be able to get the ball back. Oh boy, defense finally does something on that one. Defense finally does something. Which is real nice to see, I'm not gonna lie. Defense was scaring me, but they do finally pick themselves up a little bit off of their heels. And into the 2-minute warning, they've got Buffalo 3rd and 8. Of course, we could always see Buffalo try and get them to jump off sides again here, but I bet we just see the punt unit come out. They are still firmly on their own side of the field at about the 40. So Denver's starting field position is not going to be great to start out this next possession, but they will have another chance with the ball, and it is possible that we get to see 2-minute Bo come in and hopefully lead a game-tying drive before we go into halftime here. Any points on the board would be a nice momentum swing for Denver going into halftime, because Buffalo gets ball at half, which is bad for Denver, obviously. But Buffalo has just ran the clock. That's all Buffalo has done, is just ran the clock. And that has worked out incredibly well for them. It has worked out very well for them. They have over 100 rushing yards already in this first half. And it is just, it's just bad for them. So we are in ad break. We are in that 2-minute warning. And the hope is that Denver is able to get the ball back and Bo Nix is able to lead a drive here to at least get Denver a field goal range, or a field goal shot. Oh man, I need some water. All right. Buffalo going to come out 4th and 8 from the 2-minute warning. They appear to be getting set to punt this thing, so Denver will get ball back. They'll get one more possession during this half. Marvin Mims set back to return here. And Sam Martin, former Bronco, back to try and pin them down inside of their own 10, respectively. So here we go, Sam Martin with the kick. He'll get it off. And that will be fielded at the 15. Mims takes a shot from Mac Hollins. And he's able to hang on to it. He was looking to return that, didn't fair catch it. And Mims just took a shot. Mac Hollins flew down the field. We've got flags on the field now. It appears there was some fighting on that. That was a hard hit. That was a hard hit. And a minute 52 to go on the field here. Doesn't look like they've sorted the flag out so far. Mac Hollins just made a ridiculous hit. They're going to call a personal foul on Mims because they stood over him. Mims gets the flag because he reacts to getting stood over. The long snapper was standing over Mims. Mims got hot. And that is going to lead into a commercial timeout. Broncos take a penalty there. It's a half a distance to the goal. So Denver going to be pinned back pretty far, but they will have the ball, and they are going to look to try and score. They're going to have a minute 52 and 4 timeouts to do this thing here. Like I said, we are still stuck in commercial break right after the 2-minute warning commercial break. So it's, lots of commercial breaks. Broncos have not put their best foot forward so far. It has been tough for them so far. They had a really good first possession there where you found Troy Franklin for that 43-yard strike that got him onto the board. But the defense has struggled today with run defense, third down defense. The Broncos defense as a whole has simply struggled today. It has not been good for them. It has not been good. And so Denver, the offense will be looking to go down and get a lead here now. Or to at least try and tie the game, but they are going to have to go a long ways to do so, and their run game has been ineffective since the first quarter. Tyler Beatty has one kind of good carry, and that's kind of it. Javonte had a few good carries on the first drive, but once again, outside of that, that's been it. Jaleel McLaughlin has a carry that went backwards. It has definitely been bad here for Denver. I got to go move the ball back to Denver. So Denver now will take possession once we get out of this commercial timeout. Commercial timeouts, oh my. Buffalo is 5 of 8 on third down right now. Denver 1 of 4, so that is definitely less than ideal. And yet even still, Denver's only getting outgained by 80 yards somehow. Despite all of this, Denver is still only down 3. And they are still only getting outgained by like 80 yards. Even though they are very, very, very outpossessed as things sit. So we should be coming back at a commercial break here momentarily. And we do. Of course, Jim Nantz got to do his little spiel. Jim Nantz, of course, doing all the advertising. Of course, I will pick a playoff game to call next week if it's not Denver. So Denver going to start this thing from their own 8-yard line. Bo Nix now should be in 2-minute mode. He's going to come out in the gun. 3 guys up top. 3 guys over to Nix's right. Nix drops back to throw. Looks short. He finds Javonte Williams there. Falls forward for a gain of 7. Nix looks like he's barking guys around a little bit. Denver's got 2 timeouts. Javonte Williams fell down. Denver only gets 7 out of it, even though they had a lot of grass to work with. Nix from the gun. Drops back to throw. Gonna roll to his right and is gonna flip it out to Lucas Kroll. And he's gonna be stopped about a yard short of the first down there. Clock continues to run. 1:19 to go. Denver still has 2 timeouts here. Looks like they're trying to save it for when they get a little further into range. Broncos taking a little bit of time to get set. You don't like to see it. Nix from under center. Takes the snap. It's a quarterback sneak. He surges forward and gets a first down there. And we will see Denver come in with a timeout after converting that. Denver now getting a little bit of field position here. Starting to move a little bit. Down to 57 seconds. So they ran off a lot of time on that. They're going to have 1 timeout and 57 seconds to work with now to try and work down the field into at least field goal range. And they're going to need it, man. They're going to majorly need it on this thing. So like we said, 57 seconds. Denver now down to 1 timeout. Bo Nix just snuck for a first down. Trying to will this Broncos offense forward once again. They had a really good first drive, but everything has gone Buffalo's way since. Denver's defense playing a lot of bend, don't break. Denver's offense right now trying to keep them in this thing. Nix is going to empty everything out here. 3 guys to his left. Takes the snap, dropping a throw. Bills bring 4. Stands in the pocket. Now he's going to break out to his left side. Bo Nix going to get it up to the 30, and he slides down. So they're going to have to hurry up here, just trying to get down so they can get set here. Clock going to run under 40 seconds. Nix getting everybody set. Broncos out now to the 31-yard line. Clock down to 35 seconds. Nix gets the snap off from the gun. Nix sets, pumps. Now he's going to throw it, looking for Cortland Sutton on the left side. And he's got a catch, and they get out of bounds. And Nix still trying to keep the tempo. What a catch. Amazing toe tap in there. Broncos are just trying to get down. That looks like a catch. No review needed. Nix from the gun. Broncos driving now past the 40. Nix drops back to throw with a blitz. Nix, little bit of a short arm on that one, looking for Marvin Mims. That'll be 2nd and 10. It's going to stop the clock. 23 seconds. Broncos still have that timeout, so they can use the middle of the field. And Will Lutz. Broncos are going to have to get in range here for Will Lutz to have a chance to tie this thing. Trying to get down to about the other 35. Nix takes a snap in the gun. Going to drop back to throw. Gets set. Now he's going to roll out to his right side. Now he's going to heave one. Looking for Vele. There's a flag down. He overthrows Vele. Taps him. And Vele somehow able to dodge a shot. But it looks like we have a penalty against Buffalo here. It's a defensive holding penalty, so that'll get Denver 5 yards on that. Automatic first down on Christian Benford. Broncos get that much closer. We are down to 15 seconds. And yeah, that is a blatant hold there. Yeah, Nix was rolling and just unable to find Vele. Vele almost got slammed on that too. Nix was just looking for something, anything to get some yards. So here they go. 15 seconds now. Nix with a personal protector kind of up front. And Buffalo will call a timeout. Man, I was getting scared there. I thought they called a time. I thought Denver called their last timeout with the clock stopped. Buffalo takes the timeout. So they're going to try and get a couple of things managed, kind of worked out here. Maybe they didn't love their look. Denver trying to get points on the board before they got to kick it to Buffalo in the second half to start things out. They are driving right now up to about the 45. They have one timeout remaining here, so the middle of the field is still available to them. Of course, we could see an end zone shot come during this time as well. Offense going to wind back out onto the field here. See what Sean Payton's got cooked up for him here. Denver started this drive at their own 8-yard line. So if they're able to get points out of this thing, that would be ridiculous for them. Huge momentum booster if they can get points right here. Nix will remain in the gun. You've got Williams kind of as an up man here. Nix going to roll out to his right side, avoids Von Miller. Going to uncork one to Vele, and they will get into field goal range. I apologize, that is Courtland Sutton. And they are going to get into field goal range on that. Bo Nix making a play, rolling to his right side. Able to navigate around Von Miller, who Mike McGlinchey was handling. And he just finds Courtland Sutton. And Denver is going to have a field goal chance to tie this thing up before we go to half. From the 8-yard line is where this drive started. And Denver drives into field goal range here. They get their timeout. It's going to be from about 50. Will Lutz has been incredible all season long. He's got a long of 55 this year. From 50 yards, Lutz going to get set from the right hash mark. 5 seconds, Lutz winds this thing up, and the kick is going to doink off of the crossbar. No good. Drills the right upright there, so no tie. Bo Nix gets Denver into field goal range, and it just doinks off of the right upright, and I mean just straight deflected off of it. So Lutz, who's been amazing all year, doinks one off of the upright, and Denver will remain down 3. And that could be a huge drainer for him to start things out. That is not what you like to see. Yikes. That is less than ideal. But things are still tight, and the Broncos offense has shown a lot of life, which definitely makes me feel a little better about things going into half. Of course, now the defense is really going to have to show out as well. But man, that is less than ideal there if you are the Denver Broncos. Man, that felt like a really quick first half. Man, an hour 20 minutes from kickoff, and we're already at halftime. I never thought I would see the day. Swap a couple of tabs around here. Swap a few tabs around. So what do we got stat-wise as we wind into this halftime report? We are, of course, the only game on until 2:30. Bo Nix having a good half here. He actually looked really good with all the pressure on him. 8 for 12, 102, 1 touchdown. Riley Dixon has the 15-yard completion there on the fake punt that Denver ran. Rushing-wise, Javonte Williams is 5 of 22, so averaging around 4 yards a carry. Yeah, Bo Nix, who's got 14 yards on his own. Tyler Beatty has a carry for 7. Mims has a carry for 4. And then you've got Jaleel, who took a loss of 3. Receiving-wise, Sutton comes up very clutch during that drive, despite the fact that Denver does not capture a field goal on that to tie it. Courtland Sutton was the man on that drive. Troy Franklin with a catch and a touchdown for 43 yards. Marvin Mims so far has been a little quiet. Two catches, 12 yards. Javonte has a 7-yard catch that came on that last drive there. Troutman has a catch for 2, as does Lucas Kroll. The Bills' offense is giving it to Denver's defense right now, and it's not even Josh Allen doing a whole lot of it. 9 for 12, 69 yards for Josh Allen. And then you start looking down into the rushing numbers, and this is the first half. James Cook, 13 of 78 with a touchdown. Allen, 6 for 35. Ty Johnson, 2 for 12, and you got Ray Davis with a 3-yard carry. They have gone for 128 yards already in just the first half. Receiving, Khalil Shakir has got 3 catches for 34 yards. Buffalo spreading the ball out, and that's what they've done all season long. They have a lot of guys with touchdown catches, and I mean a lot of guys with touchdown passes this season. I want to say they had 13 different guys that scored a touchdown this year. So the Bills are going to spread the ball out, and they have done that so far. Shakir's got 3 catches. Curtis Samuel's got 2. Dalton Kincaid's got 2. Amari Cooper's got 1. Coleman's got 1. And then Dawson Knox has a target on that. And then defensively so far, Buffalo has been able to mostly stifle Denver. They came to life on that first drive and then that final drive of the half that got them into field goal range. Unfortunately, of course, the field goal was not converted. Punting-wise, Riley Dixon is doing work for Denver. 91 yards punting. He's got both of them inside of the 20. And then Buffalo's only had to punt the once there, the one that set up that possession for Denver. And that was a 45-yard boot. Defensively, Zach Allen's got a sack for Denver, so Denver was able to get home on him. I think all things considered right now, Bo Nix has played well for his first playoff game. He's got a 120 rating right now. He's got the touchdown pass. He's 8 for 12. He's rolling, making good decisions so far, and he's been able to make a few plays with his legs. Receiving-wise, not much more I can ask for right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Denver's got to find a way. Denver's got to find a way to get this running game going right now. Denver has to find a way to get that run game going because right now it is not working for them. They've had a couple of 7-yard runs that have done okay for them, but it's not happening right now. Beatty has Denver's longest run of the day by a non-quarterback, and then as a team, I mean Denver 10 carries, 44 yards. Another thing that's gonna really impact things is this defense right now is not playing up to their standards. There are holes in coverage that Josh Allen has just been able to pick apart so far. He's 9 for 12, like we said. And it just feels like the run defense, something that has been Denver's kind of pride and joy all season long, has suddenly kind of been a liability for him. Like we said, I mean, James Cook is going off right now. 13 carries, 78 yards. And then you've got Josh Allen, who's doing a lot of work with his legs as well. He's made some good plays. And then they have their couple of backups here that also each have a couple of carries. So Denver's second half keys are going to be to find a way to run the ball, keep Nix in rhythm a little bit here, and fix the run defense. Because we know that Allen can really find whatever pass he wants, but if Buffalo is able to just run the ball all over you in the second half, you are not going to be able to win this thing. You will not be winning things if you're unable to stop this Buffalo run game, because right now they are imposing their will. Also, a couple of other things that I feel I should mention here as we sit in halftime. The third down stuff is kind of flipped a little bit here. Denver's third down defense has not been great against Buffalo. Of course, they are a little overmatched, a little punching up a little bit. But third down for Denver right now, they are 2 for 5. So haven't been awful, but you've definitely want more. They have punted twice so far. Bills, of course, again, are rolling on third down still. Josh Allen is making play after play for them as we sit. If it's not with his legs, he finds a guy with his arm, and it's been rough for him. Of course, Denver had an opportunity to tie this thing right at the end of half. Will Lutz unable to make the field goal connect. He connected it right into the upright. Buffalo will open up with the ball in the second half. And so it's just been... Denver's hanging in there right now. They're keeping things close. They are keeping things close. Despite the fact that some of the stats look a little lopsided, Denver's still hanging in close. They're still doing good things. It's just they're not doing them kind of in tandem. They're not doing they're not playing complementary football, and it feels like they haven't been able to so far. I mean, Denver's pass game is working pretty well so far. They haven't gotten into the red zone, so really no numbers there. No turnovers on either side. So Bo Nix and the Broncos playing clean football so far. That has been good for them. Yeah, keys to the second half for Denver here. You have to run the ball. You have to somehow find a way to shut down James Cook. And after that, it's just Godspeed. But you can't let the moment get too big. You can't let the moment get too big. Otherwise, you are going to start making more mistakes than you already are. I think Denver's defense had a strong series there at the back of the half to get something to build on. And so the hope is that Denver should be able to get some momentum going. The offense should have some momentum, even if they got that field goal went no good. But even then, I still think that there is some good for him here, kind of waiting for him here on this back stretch. But that being said, let's see if we can get a couple of likes on stream. I'm going to leave you guys with the chair once more. I got to run to the bathroom. Hopefully it's a P for the D moment. Put that in chat as well. We are going to be peeing for the D real quick and hoping that they can get a stop to start things out. So I'm going to leave you guys with the chair. Like the stream. Helps get me out to more Broncos fans and more football fans in general. This is a playoff game. And I'll be right back. Maybe, if I can open a door. I hope the chair was able to keep you folks substantially entertained. Chair usually keeps things entertaining for me because it spins. Like it. Shoot my girlfriend a text real quick. I love her very much. See what she said to me. We are still in half. I'm just reading what my girlfriend sent to me, so give me a second. Gotta respond to her. With all my heart. There we go. Got my girlfriend text too. Should be good. Did all the halftime analysis just a second ago, so if you are just joining and you missed it, you can rewind stream. We'll give a quick little scoring recap. Denver took the first drive, 70 yards, and scored on a 43-yard strike from Bo Nix to Troy Franklin, of all players, to get a postseason receiving touchdown. After that, the Bills drove down, got a Tyler Bass 26-yard field goal, and then you had James Cook punch it in the early second quarter, and it has been scoreless since. So the Broncos defense, it does feel like it's making a little bit of progress. They have played a lot of bend don't break so far. And so now we're going to have to see what adjustments were made in the second half. James Cook was gashing them on the ground to start things out. So here we go. We are coming back. It is going to be quarter 3. Oh, nope, that's got to be capital. What in the hell? Quarter 3. There we go. If I can click a key properly, holy shit. You guys have been awesome, by the way. I just want to let you guys know that. You guys are the reason I enjoy calling games and doing everything. Because really, in a weird, convoluted sort of way, I do get to live one of my dreams here of just commentating, calling an NFL game. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we continue to have fun here. Subscribe if you're enjoying, like the stream. And we are going to get into some third quarter action. Ladies and gentlemen, second half of this wild card playoff game is coming up soon. And I did make a community post. If we get to 100 subscribers during stream, I'll wear one of these Mario hats in the background. They're back here. They're back here. I'll wear one of the Mario hats if we hit 100 subscribers during stream. So, yeah, that is on the table. That is on the table. They're showing the first half numbers now when we are getting set for this third quarter kickoff. Lutt's probably going to boot this thing with a little more anger after missing that field goal. Yeah, the Bills dancing a little bit there in the end zone there, so they seem pretty confident in themselves. Both return guys back there. Bills mascot dancing in the back. It is a 7-10 ball game in a game that feels like it probably should be a little more lopsided. As we get set for kickoff here, Lutt's just waiting for the whistle. Bills returners are sitting in the back, just waiting for something to happen. They're dancing a little bit. They're feeling good, it appears. So here we go. Lutz will wind up, and he gets the kickoff. And that will be returnable there. So to the 10, out to the 20, out to the 30. Ty Johnson breaking tackles, and he's down to the 36. So right off of the bat here, Bill's going to have really good field position to work with here. Bill's going to be starting at their own 36 after a good kick return there from Ty Johnson. Broncos have had a good special teams wrap all year so far. A little bit of a break right there, but they're able to get him down before he gets to even the 40. Broncos defense is going to have to start holding right now. Here we go. We're going to see number 13 motion over to the left side. It's a handoff to James Cook. Cook able to slip through the line, and he will plunge forward for 7. And that will get second and short here. Second and manageable. They give him a gain of 5. At least the broadcast does. So 2nd and 5 now for Buffalo. And, yeah, so James Cook has the most rush yards and a half in a Bills playoff game since 1995, or any postseason game. He had 78 first half yards, most since Thurman Thomas. Bills are going to come out in the I form here. Allen under center. Going to motion the fullback over to the left. It'll be a little pitch out on 2nd and 5 to James Cook, and Cook will weave. He'll weave through a couple of would-be tacklers, and he will get another first down. It's a gain of 6 on 2nd and 5. That's going to be another first down here. Denver just trying to contain Buffalo here. Run game right now is working incredibly well for Buffalo. Still, it doesn't appear much has changed on that front. Broncos unable to contain the run in so far. 1st and 10 now at the 48. Allen from under center. It's going to be play action here. Allen going to step up in the pocket, float it over the middle, and he's got Dawson Knox wide open inside of the 30. And Buffalo will quickly be onto the other side of the field and deep in Denver territory. Gets them right into red zone range here. They're going to be just right at about the 26 of Denver. And that is where you can kill Denver. We were talking about that pregame. Middle of the field. From the eye, it's going to be another handoff to James Cook, and James Cook will find some open grass, and he's going to be down inside of the 10, and he will be down at the 8. Broncos defense is still getting gashed here. Doesn't look like they had any sort of answer here for anything. Just a well-designed blocking scheme there by Buffalo. They had a fullback motion out a little bit, and then they had a guard pull. And James Cook just able to wiggle around a little bit and find himself some open space. Bills are now inside of the Broncos' 10-yard line. They'll take this from the 9. Number 13 going to motion to the right side of the form. It'll be another handoff to James Cook up the middle. That'll be a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and goal there for Buffalo. Buffalo trying to punch this thing in to make this a 10-point game. Broncos defense still unable to do anything against Buffalo. Denver could really use a turnover right here. Peanut punch or an interception or something. Denver needs to swing some momentum their way because Buffalo is running the ball all they want. 13 will motion to the right side. It's going to be another handoff to James Cook. He'll try and bounce it left. Going to get caught up a little bit in the backfield, and he will get dragged down for no gain. 3rd and goal. Broncos looking to hold once again. Looking to bend but not break and keep this a one-possession game. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 5. Broncos defense will be looking to keep Buffalo off of the touchdowns. Out of the end zone once more. It's a loss of 1. They're going to take this from the 5. Josh Allen. He'll take this from the gun with Ty Johnson to his left. Allen going to drop back to throw, looking at the 3 wide set on his right. Allen still standing. Allen finds nothing. Allen is sacked. Swallowed by DJ Jones. Stood there and nothing came open. Allen whining about something he wanted for a call. He stood in the pocket for 8 years before he finally found a guy. Denver's pass rush did do what their game plan was. They caged in Allen and they caved in on him finally. So that is going to set Buffalo up for a field goal attempt. That's an early win for the Broncos defense here. Tyler Bass from 27, and he's going to put that right down Broadway. So Denver's red zone defense able to stiffen up, and that is going to take us. That's going to take us into another ad break. Denver gets away with one. It should have probably been a hold on Pat Surtain there on the back end. A call that gets missed. And Denver able to survive another Buffalo drive. That is important for him. That is important for him. Denver, oh man, they are currently surviving. That is the objective right now, is survival. They're keeping it close. Offense now needs to go down and respond, put some points on the board to try and keep this at the very least a 3-point game. But if they can go down, score another touchdown, take a lead on this thing, then they're going to have a very good chance here to really put some pressure on Buffalo here. Red zone defense stiffened up quite a bit. So, probably ought to close the poll now. Probably ought to close the poll. It looked like it was 5-3. Denver can win. Denver will upset Buffalo. I had my score prediction was 27-21 Buffalo. I didn't think I thought Denver would keep it close. I didn't think they'd win, but I definitely think they've got a chance here. I think this is going to be a huge drive for them to try and go down and score. It looked like they got a little momentum going there in that on that last drive of the first half. So even if they had no field goal that came out of it, that they moved down the field pretty quick. They went from the 8 to field goal range in just over a minute and a half. texting my lovely girlfriend. There we go. So yeah, Denver now in a position here to massively respond. Of course, once again, they do kind of get bailed out by a missed call from Buffalo. It's a bad missed call. Okay, I'm not gonna say that it's anything else but a bad missed call. But it does bail Denver out a little bit there in the red zone, and they're able to survive yet another deep Buffalo possession. That carries them almost to the end zone, but Denver able to hold them out. It is going to be Denver football now. They're going to get a kick there. Sean McDermott looks real pissed about shit. I don't know if that was live footage or something else, but he looked pissed. Looks like they got to reset the ball. Looks a little gusty out in Buffalo now. Mims and Tremon Smith are going to be back to return this thing. Mims, of course, a return man that can blow a game wide open if he gets the ball in some open space. So they're going to be looking to, they're going to look to do something here. Tyler Bass will kick this thing off. And that's going to bounce. And Denver's going to get the ball at the 20, it appears. So there's 10:03 to go here in the third quarter. Buffalo took a bit of time off on that field goal drive. However, Denver now with a grand opportunity to drive down and try and take the lead with a touchdown or keep it within 3. At the very least, you want to put any sort of points on the board here. You missed that field goal at the end of the half, so now you are just looking to hang in this thing right now. You are looking to hang in this thing. Offense on the field here. They will take this from the 20. Kick bounced in the return zone, and then it bounced out of the end zone. I thought we'd see a return when I saw it going short, but we won't. Here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Denver. Nick's going to take this from under center here. Nix, it's going to be a handoff up the gut to Jaleel. And he's going to get no gain on that one there. Broncos run game still doesn't appear to be working right now. Oh, and they got a ref trying to console a guy now. That's wild. That's wild. So they call it a gain of 1. It's going to be a 2nd and 9. Denver's offense needs something here. They got to give this defense a break. Nick's going to be in the gun here. Vele going to motion to the left side. And he'll get set. It'll be a 2-by-1 set now. It'll be a draw play. Javonte Williams breaks through a few tackles, and he fights out for a gain of about 4. That's going to be 3rd and manageable there. 3rd and 5. Denver in a much more manageable position now. And with a 3rd and 5 looming, this is one that Denver needs. This defense absolutely needs a break. It's going to be Nix from the gun. Nix with the snap, drops back to throw. Bit of a short drop. He's going to navigate the pocket, looking to find Troy Franklin. And it goes through his hands. And he had a first down. He had Rasul Douglas on the coverage. Catchable ball. But Troy Franklin just lets it. Oh, he just lets it go through his hands. So that is twice that Bo has been let down by a drop ball. He had a first down and a conversion on that one. But it's going to be a 3 and out, and they're going to punt it back to the Bills. Fair catch will come from inside of the 30. And now Buffalo is going to have the ball once more. Denver defense is going to have to step up a little bit here. Offense unable to put things together. Bo Nix now has had 2 crucial drops that could have kept drives going at different points of the game right there by Troy Franklin, and another one earlier in the first half by Cortland Sutton on what was like another 3rd and 8. So Denver blows an opportunity right there after their defense holds up well. And now that we sit in commercial break, got a lot of time to think. Bo Nix is not playing bad. I'm gonna put that out there now. Bo Nix himself is not playing bad. He's like I was just alluding to, he's got 2 drop balls from receivers so far. Sutton had a drop earlier, Troy Franklin with that one that would have converted. He's not getting a lot of help from this running game right now. Jaleel McLaughlin has had absolutely nothing going right now. Javonte, it's been flashy. He'll have like a 4-yard run, and then he's had a couple of 7s so far, but everything between that has been maybe 1-yard gains. While Tyler Beatty had a 7-yard gain, but he hasn't gotten a carry since the first quarter. And this Broncos defense right now, like I said, doing a whole lot of bending, and you just gotta hope that they can keep bending without it breaking. Because things right now, the Bills' running game is putting a clinic on them. Absolute clinic. Alright, I can't handle the hat anymore. That was a good idea, but it's not going to happen for the rest of this. We are just going lion's mane out. We are just going lion's mane out here, folks. The hat is not doing it for me personally. We are 2 subscribers away from 100. I'll have to put a hat back on if we get to 100. One of those hats on the back wall. Maybe I can arch the camera up. One of those. I gotta put one of those on if we hit 100. I said I would. So that's something I'm gonna uphold. All right, Broncos defense going to come back out onto the field, like we said, doing a lot of bending, but they've only given up 1 touchdown here. Bills are going to have it from just inside of their own 30 here. They'll take this from the 27. Allen going to start under center. We're going to see number 13 motion to the left. It'll be a handoff to Cook. And Cook will be dragged down after a gain of 2. Broncos defense trying to mount a stand right now and give their offense another chance here to really go out and try and take the lead. Bills are trying to extend this to a 2-possession game. Broncos trying to hang on and keep it at 1. Currently a 6-point game here. A touchdown would give Denver the lead with an extra point. Field goal would bring it within 3. Broncos loading up the front here a little bit. Bills in the gun. Samuel going to motion to the right side. Allen drops back to throw. Looks like he was looking short. He's going to find a guy short, and that is going to be Shakir, who bounces off of a few tackles. And he will get a first down and a little more, and they are going to be across their own 40-yard line now. 1st and 10, Buffalo. And they are going to be looking to get themselves yet another kind of bend stop here. Bendy stop. Shakir had a lot of run after catch this season. And it's what I alluded to earlier when I was doing the pregame stuff. Middle of the field is the Broncos' bugaboo. Allen in the gun. It'll be a handoff to Ty Chandler, or Ray Davis. And he's going to get a gain of 7 or 8. There is a flag down. So we could see a hold here on Buffalo and maybe kind of undo that long gain they had. It is a holding penalty. Holding on Kincaid. That'll back Buffalo up. So that Ray Davis run does not stand. They're going to back it back up inside of their own 30. So we're starting from just about where we started this drive. And it's going to be a replay 1st down situation here for Buffalo. We're up to, 115 views. We got 4 people in here. You guys are all awesome. Here we go. 1st and 20 now at their 31. I misread where they were going. Allen trying to get a guy to jump off sides. Now we're going to see, I believe that is Coleman, motion around a little bit. Allen drops back in the gun here. Broncos bring 4. Broncos are going to flush him out wide. Jonathan Cooper trying to get to him, and he will, and the Broncos will collect on him after a gain of about 5. or a longer gain than that. He gets 8 after getting hemmed in there. Benito forced him out. Jonathan Cooper tried to play contain there. And Denver able to catch him after an 8-yard gain that'll hold this 2nd and 12. Allen unable to find anything open there. Benito stays on the backside of that. Cooper over pursues a little bit and finds himself kind of flying forward. We're under 6.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Allen and the Bills have it at their own 39, 2nd and 12 after a holding penalty. Allen takes a snap, still in the gun. Looks like they sent a blitz, and he overshot Ray Davis, and they're gonna get a penalty because of the hit. Brandon Jones just laid out Ray Davis trying to go in for the ball, and he gets laid out, and that's going to be an unnecessary roughness penalty. $15 yards on Brandon Jones. Oh. Yeah, we just saw Allen just absolutely lay one forward. Hospital ball, if I've ever seen it. They go to commercial break. I hope Ray Davis is okay. It is the correct call. It is the correct call. Brandon Jones caught Ray Davis in the head. Allen threw him a hospital pass. And so you hope he's all right. Broncos are going to have to contend now with a 15-yard penalty as they try and hold Buffalo to hopefully no points, but 3 at worst. Put him in a 9-point hole. No matter how Buffalo scores, it's a 2-possession game. It's just whether is it 9 or 10 points here, really, or more. Touchdown would make it a 13-point game. So it's do you want a 9-point lead or 6-point lead? What are we at? Yeah, 9. Do you want a 9-point lead or do you want a 13-point lead? Is basically the difference on that one. Like we said, we are back in commercial break. Ray Davis was overshot on a ball from Josh Allen on 2nd and 12. Brandon Jones laid him out. Hit him in the head, got the penalty, so I hope Ray Davis is all right. That looked like a really violent shot. That was a hard hit that Ray Davis took. So Denver's defense is going to have to work a little more now. They were in a really favorable position here. Bills are going to be threatening midfield when we come back. At least a little bit. They might already be across now with that penalty. They were 2nd and 12 from their 39. We are still in ad break, so you're not missing anything. We are still in ad break, so don't worry about that. All right, here we go. Ray Davis is back. Or not back, but he is up and walking to the locker room. Looks like he has a little bit of help on his sides. We got 6:05 in the third quarter. Broncos defense trying to mount a stop here, especially now after that penalty here. Allen from the eye. It's going to be a handoff to James Cook. Broncos run defense will collapse on him after a gain of 1. It's going to set up a 2nd and 9. Broncos defense trying to hold. Bills are just across midfield with this one. So, coming out of ad break, Ray Davis took a shot. He's hurt. It was a 15-yard penalty. Bills had it 1st and 10, and now from their 40 or from the Denver 46, Buffalo is going to come out in the gun here. James Cook over to Allen's right. Allen going to drop back. Broncos bring 5, and then he's going to find Dawson Knox over the middle. And he is going to get him deeper into Denver territory. Dawson Knox. Broncos are going to be looking for a stop here. Just looked like PJ Locke kind of over pursued something on the right or on the left side. Their left side. Clock will drop below 5 minutes in the third. And you've got Denver trying to hang on here and keep this to a 1-possession lead for Buffalo. Or to a very limited 2-possession here. It's going to be play action around to Khalil Shakir. Allen going to drop back, and he's going to a moon ball. And he misses there. He had Coleman. Riley Moss was on the coverage there. Looked like they ran man there. Allen just misses his guy. He's got Coleman come wide open, and he just bricks the throw. Allen had a 20-yard layup. Allen had a 20-yard layup, and right now, Allen has missed his shots. Allen's missed quite a few shots. Denver has kept this thing close here going in to this late third. Shakir going to motion to the right side with a running back to Allen's right in the gun. It's going to be a handoff there. Looks like a little bit of a draw, and Dondre Tillman will make an outstanding play off of the edge. And they will hold James Cook there to a gain of 2. Broncos now on 3rd and 8, looking to force Buffalo into another field goal situation or potentially push him back. If they can get a sack or a turnover, either one would be huge right now. Just looking not to let Buffalo convert. Clock will drop under 4 minutes here on this play, likely. Allen going to be in the gun. It looks like we are going to see Ty Johnson over to Allen's left side. A little bit of a stack set, takes a snap. It's a screen to Shakir. Shakir in traffic, and he will get dragged down short. But it looks like, but it certainly looks like Buffalo's going to go for this thing. It looks like a gain of 7 or 8 there on a screen to Khalil Shakir. Nick Bonito just a second too late to really make a play on that ball. Buffalo going to stay in right here to go for it. 4th and 1, and they could, Allen's going to come out empty here. It's a 1.5 yards. So they might just be trying to get a guy to jump off sides. Oh, they snap it. Allen drops back to throw. Allen trying to find a guy. Denver's got him hemmed in. Dondre Tillman trying to get to him from the back. Pressure gets in. Oh, wow. Touchdown, Ty Johnson. 4th and 1, and it's a long throw to Ty Johnson. Barely stays in bounds. Barely stays in bounds. They might give it a look, but we're not sure yet. PJ Locke was unable. PJ Locke was unable to get back to it. They are still looking at it. They are very much still looking at it. Oh, it looks like he might get a foot out of bounds? That's a touch. That might be a touchdown, but we'll see if they review it or not, and we'll see what they call it. But PJ Locke just a step behind. Oh, boy. That's a huge... That is a face punch. They're going to take another look. But if that stands, that is an absolute gut punch. That was 4th and 1. Allen had pressure collecting in on him and was just barely able to get the pass away before Denver collected on him. So they're going to review it. If it's incomplete, Denver gets ball back. But we are going to sit in an ad break for it. That is a bad play for Denver right there. They are reviewing it, which likely might just be a formality right now because that looked like a pretty convincing touchdown. On a 4th and 1, outside of the red zone, and Denver's defense just collapses. It just collapses in on itself. So likely we're going to see Denver go down by 2 possessions here. I believe Buffalo wants to go for 2 if they're able, if this stands. So we'll see what that looks like. Clear my nails a little bit. We're getting a little longer than I wanted. So, like I said, we are still waiting to get confirmation or anything here. Denver would be down 12 if this goes, and then they don't get the 2-point. But if Buffalo does get the 2-point, that turns into a 16-point game, and you are suddenly in bad position there. It's a 2-possession game either way, but it is a much harder 2-possession game here if Buffalo gets this 2-point attempt. We are still stuck in commercial break. I almost wonder if my stream is a little behind. So we're going to reset here, see if we can't get back into the action. Hopefully we don't miss anything with that being the case. Nope, just perfectly getting back. It is confirmed as a Buffalo touchdown. It is confirmed as a Buffalo touchdown. What a play there from the Bills. What a play from the Bills. I hate it, but it's a wonderful play. So they're going to go for 2. It's going to be, looks like Knox and Shakir split out to one side, and Ty Johnson going to join him over on that side. Knox going to motion to the right side. Allen dropping back, looking, and he's got him. Keon Coleman with the catch. And that is a 14-point lead now for Buffalo. So now you've got Denver in a bit of a hole now. Just a great route by Keon Coleman. Whew! Bad standing. It's a 14-point game now for Denver. While we're in commercial break, I'm going to run to the bathroom, have the chair. I'm really scared, guys. We are still in ad breaks. You are not missing anything. We are still in commercial break. None of you are missing a thing. Buffalo with a huge touchdown on 4th and 1 to take the lead, or to extend their lead, excuse me. And that's got Denver now in a precarious position here. They're down 14 on the road. There's not a lot of third quarter left, and the defense, it's been very shaky, to put it lightly. So offense is going to have to respond. And I really think that missed field goal there did a bit for the momentum here. Denver's defense has given up chunk play after chunk play so far. And now the offense absolutely has to respond to keep this from getting out of hand. Denver has kept it close so far. It's still within reach here, within 14. But Denver's going to have to put up a major comeback, and they might just be outgunned right now. Middle of the field is hurting Denver in the passing game. So far, it feels like the defensive back, or the defensive backs, aren't playing the best. Maybe the safety play isn't as good. PJ Locke just got beat on that touchdown there. So here we go. Josh Allen passes Jim Kelly for the most postseason touchdown passes in Bills history. So Tyler Bass now for the kickoff. He gets it up, and that will not be returned. It'll be bobbled by Traymon Smith, but it is in the end zone. He'll just grab it and kneel it down, and that will be a touchback. So Denver will have it at the 30, and now they absolutely need to respond. Third quarter has not been their quarter this season, and that is showing right now. Buffalo able to put up 8 to extend their lead to 14. 21-7 ball game. 3:06 to go here in the third quarter. Bo Nix in the offense now will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30. Nix will start this thing out in the I form. Looks like he's making a bit of a change at the line there, making a read. We're going to see Humphrey go to the left side of the formation. It's a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he's going to fall forward for about 4. Broncos got to find a way. Got to find a way to try and run the ball, possess the ball, give the defense a little bit of a break here because they are probably gassed. And right now, Denver needs a score on this drive. Field goal gets you within 9, or within 11. So really still doesn't do a whole lot for you there. Nick's going to take it from under center. It's going to be another handoff there to Tyler Beatty. He's only going to get a gain of 1. So that'll set up a 3rd and 6. They gave Williams 3 on the previous carry. That'll set up a 3rd and 6. And right now, Denver absolutely needs this conversion right here. Absolutely need this conversion right now. It is almost 2-1 on the time of possession. Nick's going to be in the gun here. Williams to his right to help with pass pro. Von Miller in the game here on 3rd down. Nick's trying to point a few things out. Play clock down to 1. They get it off. Nick's back to throw. There is a flag. And this could be a Denver false start. It is. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 11. Now back at the 29. Troy Franklin false starts. And that's going to push Denver back. Oh, geez. 3rd and 11. Franklin going to get subbed out. Mims going to come back into the game here. And Denver, this is a gotta have it 3rd down here with 1:40 to go in the 3rd. And counting down. Nick's going to take it from the gun. Once again, he'll have a running back over to his left side now. Williams going to get up here and kind of be an up man on this play. Nick's drops back to throw. Nick's looking over the middle. Couldn't find a man. Broken up, looking for Marvin Mims. DeMar Hamlin gets a hand in on it. That'll make it 4th and 11. 1:21 to go in the 3rd. Broncos are going to punt the ball once again. Ball got tossed up in the air a little bit there, and he just could not rifle that thing in there to Marvin Mims. Looks like he was throwing into a Tampa 2 right there. There's the punt, and that is going to be fielded at inside of the Bills' 20. Khalil Shakir getting loose. Shakir up to the 40, and Riley Dixon able to drag him down. Riley Dixon saves the touchdown with 1:06 to go in the 3rd. Broncos offense stuck in neutral. Broncos defense unable to get key stops when they need them. So the Broncos are in a very, very sketchy spot right now. Down 14. Defense has not been playing that good today. Apparently, obviously, they've given up a bunch of chunk plays. Allen just got the huge touchdown pass to Ty Johnson. So now, it's up to your defense on a bit of a short field to hold Josh Allen in this offense to nothing if you want to stay in this game. I think 2 possessions is still kind of within reach here for Denver, but I think the second it's a 3-possession game, it's over. Barring some miracle, unless it's a 3, if it's not a 2-possession game here, I think it's over. Which, I mean, let's be fair. We didn't expect to win this game. We're just happy to be here for the most part. But Denver will be looking to try and make a frantic comeback here. It's 14 to tie. You're going to be on defense likely to start that fourth quarter. Whether it's a fresh set of downs for Buffalo or whether it's, you're somehow holding them to a third. We are still in a commercial break, so you're not missing anything here. Denver just seems outgunned right now. And the defense is, like, they're fighting to try and stay in it here. They started to kind of limit the run game on that last possession, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. It just absolutely was not enough for him there. And so now you're going to have a situation where if the defense does not get a stop, it's probably over. Here we go. We are back to the broadcast now. We are out of commercial break. Buffalo looking to hang on to this thing and really try and put this thing away with another touchdown or even a field goal, perhaps. While on the other side, Denver looking to try and hold Buffalo here and try and bring this within a possession. So here we go. Buffalo going to start out in an I formation. Fullback in the backfield with James Cook directly behind. Fullback going to crack out a little bit here. It's a pitch out to James Cook, and he's going to get dragged down for a gain of about a half a yard. DJ Jones in on the tackle. Pitch didn't really seem to fool anybody there. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Clock is going to run under a minute to go here. Buffalo going to be looking to try and get another first down to put things away. Denver looking to keep Buffalo off of the scoreboard once again. Clock will drop below 30 seconds in the third here. Ty Johnson going to get wide there, but he will stay in the backfield area. Allen takes a snap in the gun. It'll be a screen to the right side over to Cooper. And Cooper will get thrown down by DJ Jones. DJ Jones making some good plays for him here. He was trying to strip that ball out, won't get it, and that will likely carry us into the fourth quarter. That is going to run us into the fourth quarter. Bills are going to let the clock run. Fourth quarter, 14-point deficit here, and the Bills looking to host Baltimore, but if Denver can knock them out here, they'll be going to Kansas City, and Baltimore will be hosting a playoff game. So if you're a Ravens fan right now, you are absolutely rooting for Denver. Improbable as it seems, if you are a Ravens fan, you are rooting for Denver. Because you get to host a playoff game next week if Denver wins. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Looks like they're hitting a little bit. They had a quick station ID, it looked like. We're still in commercial break. You're not missing anything. We're not missing anything. Likely have a post-game show just a little bit after this stream finishes out. So stay tuned for that, whether it's win or lose. We can all say that this was an exciting season for Denver. We can. We absolutely can. Once again, we are still in ad break. We are still in ad break. Not missing anything right now. Denver is going to be looking to shut down Buffalo on a 3rd down and 7, I believe, to try and get the ball back to start out the fourth quarter. Denver's having a rough time today. Defensively, it hasn't been great, although DJ Jones is having a whale of a game right now. And Denver's offense has been stuck in neutral since that last drive before halftime. They had a really, really strong first drive, and it looked like they might be able to really put up a fight. But it's been downhill ever since. They missed a field goal here, so it would be an 11-point game if Will Lutz had made that 50-yarder at the end of half. And now we're just waiting to see if this defense can get a stop on third. But we are in a long commercial break here between quarters, which is definitely less than ideal for them. Well, less than ideal for football watchers, that is. Didn't get the best sleep last night, so apologies for the yawn. Come on, let's get out of ad break, please. Here we go, start of the fourth. Start of the fourth. Denver going to be looking to shut down this 3rd and 6. They will be looking to shut down this 3rd and 6. Josh Allen is going to take it from the gun. Going to have Ty Johnson over to his left. Going to have 3 receivers bunched together. Now it looks like Coleman going to motion around a little bit. Allen drops back to throw. Bit of a deep drop. Going to airball it there. And he's got Samuel down the right side. He breaks a Drew Sanders tackle. And that is a Buffalo touchdown. Oh, my God. That'll make it 27-7. Curtis Samuel wiggles free of coverage there. Completely gets free. Completely gets free. And Curtis Samuel gets wide. Breaks out of a tackle by Sanders, who it wasn't that good of an attempt. Oh, man. So Denver will be chasing 3 possessions now. And it is officially a blowout. Bass will be on for the extra point, and that will be good. 28-7 Buffalo. And now, yep, Denver will be chasing. And it appears we will be going to another ad break. 3-score lead for Buffalo to open up the 4th. And I will return shortly. Once again, I gotta pee. Drank a lot of water to call this game. So... oh, man. So, barring an absolute miracle, hey, 5 likes, let's go. Let's go. Love to see it. We are really close to 100 subscribers, too. We are incredibly close to 100 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. If we can hit 100, once again, the hat goes on. One of those hats go on. So let's see if we can hit on to 100 subscribers. We're at 98, 2 to go. Broncos will be trying their best to wipe away a 3-score deficit now. So barring a miracle, it is likely that Denver is going to be eliminated. It is very likely Denver will get eliminated. But either way, the season was a success. The season was a success. And I will be working on a sort of season recap video sort of thing. Yeah, Buffalo's got 28 unanswered right now after Denver took that 7-0 lead. So here we go. We're going to get a return here. Tremon Smith, and he is going to get batted back at the 25. And they will get no further than that. Denver trying to get a spark going or something there. And man, Bills' offense right now, it just seems unstoppable. That 4x1 is killing Denver so far. 4x1 is absolutely mauling Denver, and but Buffalo just, it works so well for them there. And that's how you get your running back free. That's why they kind of motion that running back over to the side a little bit, but they keep him in the backfield. It's been the driving force behind Buffalo today. So here we go. 1st and 10 now from the 25. Javonte Williams going to motion around a little bit before he settles in on Nix's left. 3x1 set there. Nix drops back to throw. Nix escapes pressure, and Nix is going to run up. He breaks out of a tackle. Nix running up the middle, and he'll get Denver up to the 44. 19-yard run for him. Broncos offense are still trying to keep this a game. Trying to drag it back to 2 possessions here. And they got to do it quick here if they want to get back in this thing. Bo Nix just got wiggly with it. Takes a snap from the gun. Nix back to throw. Sets, and he finds a receiver, and he finds Courtland Sutton for another 1st down. Broncos look like they're going a bit up tempo here. 14 minutes to go and counting down. Broncos trying to get set quickly here. Mims going to get set in front of Lucas Kroll. Nix will remain in the gun. Nix back to throw from the 44 of Buffalo. He's going to look outside, and he's got another 1st down. He's got Troy Franklin over on the right side there. So now Broncos offense suddenly finding a little bit of life there. Could be against the Bills prevent defense, but they are quickly in Buffalo territory trying to make this a game once again. Under 13.5 to go inside of Buffalo territory. Nix back to throw. Nix escaping pressure. He'll scramble once more. He'll get a 1st down and scramble down in front of Buffalo's number 9 and right by DeMar Hamlin. Clock is going to drop below 13 minutes here as Nix tries to get everybody set. He'll take it from under center. It's going to be a play action, and they're going to whistle it dead. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Buffalo. So Buffalo with a timeout there after Denver really gets to drive in here. You've got 21 points you got to make up here in just under 13 minutes. Buffalo got that long touchdown to start the quarter. So Denver has had just about every second of the 4th quarter here to try and get a comeback going. Still got guys smiling on the sideline, so it's good to know that they're not fully discouraged. Denver's got to really motor here if they want to come back. It's probably not going to happen, but nothing is impossible. It is a 3-score game with just under 13 to go, with 12:31 or 12:51 to go. So we'll see what Denver's got. They are inside of Buffalo territory. They are deep in Buffalo territory. Here we go. We are out of the timeout from the Buffalo 22. Nix has got a weird formation going here. 3 guys in the backfield, full house. Nix drops back to throw. He's going to flip it out to Marvin Mims out of the backfield, and that is going to go for a loss of probably 4. It's going to make 2nd down more difficult. They call it a loss of 3. Nix just unable to find a guy open over the top. Checks it down underneath to Mims, and that goes for nothing. It's going to be 2nd and 13. Seems like Denver's taking a little more time than they really should want to here. Nick's going to come out in the gun. Javonte Williams going to go over to make it a 3-by-1 set on the left side. Nix will take the snap, drop back to throw, and he's going to scramble away from Von Miller, and he's going to throw a laser to Vele, but it bounces off of his hands. Would have been a diving catch, but still catchable. Nix looking for a man, and Von Miller. Von Miller just gets around McGlinchey, gets pressure on Nix immediately, and Nix able to fire it off to prevent a sack. And it just bounces off of Vele's chest. 3rd and 13. Von Miller was looking for a huge sack right there. Denver can't settle for field goals right now. It's an empty set, play clock running down, and the Broncos are going to have to take a timeout. Oh, no. Play clock was running down low. Oh, and so Denver is going to have to do the rest of this with only 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Chasing, coming out of this drive at best, 14. So they are going to try and make it a game here. It is 3rd and 13 inside of the Buffalo 30. But it is very unlikely that Denver does much else. They are in field goal range, but a field goal doesn't do anything for them. Remains a 3-possession game, so this is 4-down territory just about from everything out. You got 12:06 to go. 3rd and 13. Broncos getting up in the huddle here. Peyton looking on here, hoping his guys can get something good for him here. Once again, you don't need everything on this play if it's 4-down territory. At most, or at worst, you need to make it 4th and manageable. Nix from the gun, going to drop back to throw. Nix with pressure. He's going to get a pass away to Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton will fight forward to make it a 4th and 2. Broncos likely going to try and get a little bit of tempo going here. It is a manageable 4th down here. Like I said, you didn't need the whole thing. You got 4th and 2. Broncos are going to try and kind of hurry and get set here. It's going to be Nix under center. It's a long 2. Play action bootleg. He's going to flip it out to Jaleel. And he is stopped. Jaleel McLaughlin will be stopped short. Sean's out on the field. Cam Lewis is hurt. What is going on? Sean. Peyton's pissed. Oh, yeah, that's short. Another bill down. He led with his helmet. And they're going to go to commercial break. But that probably solidifies Denver's loss right there, not converting on that 4th and 2. I felt like it was definitely a little bit of an interesting call to go to a little bootleg dump to the running back on 4th and 2. That feels like a bit of a weird play to go to there on 4th and 2. It is what it is. Oh, man. Denver it was just kind of a snowball of bad things. It really just a really, yeah. It was just a cascade of, bad plays that didn't go Denver's way. And because of it, Denver's season is likely over. But it was still like a successful season no matter what way you spin it. Denver was not supposed to be anywhere near here coming into the game, and so when you look at it like it's a successful season, are we getting kind of the tires beat off of us now? Yeah, Buffalo's probably about to run half of this clock out. We check on Perna. Perna's probably not thrilled with any of this that's happening, but oh, yeah. Me too, Brandon. Me too, Brandon. Me too, Perna. Definitely less than ideal for the game, but what do you do? Broncos defense still going to try to come out, get a stop here, shut down the Bills. Maybe they can still try and get the ball back. There's still 11:40 something on the clock. Buffalo will be pinned kind of deep in their own territory. Not super deep, but deep enough. Cam Lewis able to walk off onto the sideline under his own power. Buffalo ball. Yeah, Bills turned it on when they absolutely needed to, when it was close. Here we go from the 19. Buffalo, it's going to be play action for Josh Allen. Allen rolls to his right a little more. He's got Broncos on his back. Keeps it, and he slides down after a gain of 3. Unable to find an open guy. Clock's going to tick below 11 minutes now. And as things sit, Denver definitely in line to lose this thing. But like I said, this season's still a success. I mean, one and done in the playoffs, even after a whole drought. They just got some things to clean up a little bit. Maybe came in a little over their heads. It is what it is. Clock dips below 11 minutes here. It's going to be an I form for Buffalo. Curtis Samuel motions out. It'll be a pitch out to Ty Johnson to the left side. Denver, it looks like they'll get him short of the sticks, but only by a yard, so it'll be a 3rd and 1. Denver going to try and shut this one down. Clock will get just over 10 minutes. To just over 10 minutes now. Me and Perna both definitely feeling the same way a little bit. A little sad about it, but it is what it is. Clock will dip below 10:20, and these are the last 10 minutes of our season, Broncos country. Allen, it'll be another play action there. They're staying aggressive, and they convert it. Ty Johnson will catch it. It's a gain of 2 on 3rd and 1. Ty Johnson will get it. And man, there were some things, and we'll get into some things kind of during the post game a little bit, because it was kind of just a defensive implosion on Denver's part there, and the offense just wasn't able to get anything going. Denver just seemed outgunned and overmatched coming into this thing. They really did. Allen from under center. It'll be a pitch to Ty Johnson, and Ty will get tackled in the backfield. They're going to lose about a yard or two there. Clock is going to dip under 9 minutes to go. Looks like Buffalo just trying to milk the rest of this out and move on to lowest remaining seed in the AFC. Who is that now at this point? Probably be Houston? Yeah, it would be Houston. All the AFC division winners will have one, so it'll just be 1 through 4. So it'll be Buffalo and Houston next week. 2nd and 11 from the gun. Little screen out to the left side to Shakir. Shakir gets shaky, and he somehow escapes that and gains 6. There were about 4 Broncos that had him hemmed in, and Shakir just able to get shaky. Activates that Madden wiggle stick and just dances out of that thing. That is incredible. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5 now for Buffalo, who are looking to convert and keep this clock rolling. I would like to see the Broncos offense one more time. Go Broncos, agreed, Cat. We're probably witnessing the last 8 minutes of our season right here, but that's all right. They get the snap off on 3rd and 4. Allen drops back to throw, going deep. And he finds Dalton Kincaid into Denver territory, inside of the Denver 40. PJ Locke gets beaten one-on-one coverage, and that is a 31-yard gain. Oh, they might look at this. That might not be a catch. They hurry to the line. It's officially a catch now. Ty Johnson will speed forward for about 9. Ty will jut forward for about 5 or not 5. They give him 8 on the carry. I thought I got 9. It's officially a catch by Kincaid. Even the Buffalo just got up to the line quick and didn't give Sean a look at it. That would have been an incompletion for sure. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 at their own 26. Or from Denver's 26, sorry. Here we go, James Cook back in. It's a handoff to him, and Cook will get the first down. Clock under 7 minutes to go. And yeah, it just seems like Denver got outgunned, outmatched on this one. The run defense just wasn't there today. And at this point, it's like I'm almost hoping VJ gets a head coaching job. Because I don't think the last month, I think, has shown me that Vance Joseph is not the defensive coordinator of the future right now. From under center, a little fade route toss up against Riley Moss, looking for Coleman. Incomplete. Riley Moss holds it to a 2nd and 10. Clock stops, 6:05. Sounded like the fans really wanted a PI there, even though it would have kind of been BS. That would have been bogus. Final few minutes here of the Broncos season. Crowd reaction, you can hear it. They wanted the incompletion, or they wanted the pass interference. Don't get it. Yeah, there are going to be some conversations, even with the season's success. Allen, we're going to get a Buffalo timeout. Play clock was running down, and yeah, so it is, I'm starting to question whether or not Vance Joseph is the defensive coordinator of the future. I almost hope he gets a head coaching job elsewhere, because especially during this last couple of months. And I don't know if it's a personnel issue in that Denver just doesn't have all of the guys yet. It's like safety you could easily improve. You could also very, very much improve from at a middle linebacker standpoint here, especially in coverage. So now the question is going to be, is it a personnel issue or a coaching issue? Because I certainly feel like Denver's defense has collapsed here under Vance Joseph over the last month of December. So clock is sitting at, it is sitting now at 6 minutes. 2nd and 10. Nix is definitely looking sad there on the sideline. We're going to see Buffalo in the gun now at the Denver 22. Ty Johnson going to get over on the left side of Allen here and wide a little bit. Allen going to drop back to throw. Pressure got in pretty quick, but that is still caught by Keon Coleman, or Mac Hollins, excuse me. And that'll get down to the 3, so Buffalo going to score here more than likely. Oh, late flag. Denver just sends all out pressure on this thing. They nail Allen on that one. We get a taunting penalty on Mac Hollins. Yay! Taunting on Mac Hollins. Let's go. So big. That's big for the comeback efforts. Kidding. We got 5 minutes left of the season, bros. Yeah, a lot of stuff that went wrong for Denver here. They had drops. Crucial third down drops. They had crucial third down drops from Sutton, from Franklin, from Vele earlier in the game, and then you had the run defense just completely fell apart, which in turn did the pass defense. The whole defense just kind of fell apart. And it really just felt like offensively Denver was completely outgunned. I think an off season here to let everyone mesh, to get some new fresh guys in here, to get some real playmakers in for Knicks, you'll be able to really hang your hat on next year. And now we got a Broncos timeout with 5:47 to go. Not quite sure why they'd use that, but oh wow. Yeah, that is indeed a taunting penalty. They're looking at that taunting penalty. You just had Holland stepping over Surtain, just trying a big step. Definitely an unfortunate end of the season, an expected end of the season, of course. An expected end of the season, sadly. I don't think Bo played all that bad. He definitely didn't get some help from a lot of guys. Because we go look at, Knicks' stats here, and that's really all I'm going to focus on. 12 and 19, 137. You had the touchdown. It really... And then you've got Bo Nix leading the Broncos in rushing. That has to be the number one offseason need, is running back and then middle linebacker. Here we go, 1st and 10. Allen will snap it, hands off to James Cook. He's going to fall forward for about a gain of 3, but we got a flag there on the side. An illegal shift on offense. So it's still 1st down, but the Bills are still backing themselves up a little bit, so they're prolonging our death. They are prolonging our death. Just make it quick, Buffalo. You're making this slow and miserable when it doesn't need to be. You're making it slow and miserable when it really doesn't need to be, man. This is quite unfortunate. Here we go, Allen. It's play action. Benito gets into the backfield, took a hit, and airmails it. Was looking for a guy that he had deep. So yes, we are witnessing the last few minutes of the Broncos season, but it's kind of like I've said. It's like this season was a success. You were playing with an incredible amount of dead cap. Okay, let's start there. You're playing with a crazy amount of dead cap, and you still you kept things competitive with a lot of the league's best teams. Denver was competitive in this game for a good little while. And now, some things just didn't go your way. And now we're witnessing the last 5.5 minutes of our season. It's a handoff to Ty Johnson. And Johnson fights forward for about a gain of 5. So that is going to set up here a 3rd and long for Buffalo. But, the damage is already done. Bills are almost at 200 rushing yards. And see, that's kind of the thing. Is that's why I'm wondering if Vance Joseph, not even wondering. I don't think that Vance Joseph is really the defensive coordinator of the future. Because it feels like when it has mattered most at all times, his defense just completely flounders. It really feels like that whatever game plan he, it didn't feel like he had an answer for anything Denver did, which is why I really almost kind of hope that he gets a head coaching job. So, there has to be a replacement come in, whether or not that is Jim Leonard or somebody from the outside. Here we go, 5:23 on the clock, 3rd and 10 for Buffalo inside of the Denver 20. It's a handoff to Ty Johnson trying to get outside, and he will get pushed out of bounds after a gain of 3. Bills are now over 200 yards rushing, likely going to bring out the field goal unit. And Broncos should have the ball for at least a decent portion of the rest of the game. All I can say, Buffalo, all I can say, Buffalo, all I can say, Buffalo, is please beat Kansas City. Or Houston. Houston, please beat Kansas City. Please, somebody beat Kansas City. Because one way or another, you just gotta beat them, man. Bills are gonna take their final timeout, so nobody's got any timeouts left in this one. It's 4th and 8. Bills are probably gonna kick their field goal and move on. Unless they're bringing out their punter here. Are they gonna try a drop kick? They're bringing their punter out. So I'm wondering what the idea is, because they are very much in field goal range. Maybe showing a little bit of mercy or something? Who knows? Trying to show just a little bit of mercy. I don't know. They're in field goal range, but it didn't look like Tyler Bass was... Oh, here we go. 34-yard field goal. And it is good. Tyler Bass with a 34-yard field goal. That is good. 31-7 Buffalo. 31 unanswered by Buffalo. Denver had that strong first drive, and then after that, it was all downhill. It is back to commercial breaks. But like I said, this season, no matter the outcome, really, like, this season was a success. Playing with house money, had no expectations coming into the year, and really it was like, the sentiment was, if you saw that Bo Nix had anything, it was considered a success. Bo Nix definitely has something, and I think a full offseason there of development is going to be really, really good for him. There's a lot to look forward for in Denver here. I'm excited for Denver next season, because I think they're going to get some more guys. I think they're going to be able to get a real solid running back here that they can really workhorse a little bit. And you're going to see some changes come in Denver this season, okay? There will be some changes. I am interested to see what comes of Vance Joseph's head coaching market, especially after this game where the defense just kind of completely collapsed. But I don't know if Vance Joseph is the answer at defensive coordinator from here on out. There were really good stretches for us at times this year, but like the month of December and then this game right here when everything was on the line on the biggest stage, that told me all there is to know really about Vance Joseph as a long-term option. Just a wild turn of events. Denver was in this game going into halftime. It was 13-7 at half, and Denver just fell apart kind of in the third and early fourth quarter. And after that, I mean, there's been absolutely nothing they can do. Or that they could do. Buffalo has ran the ball just way too well. Fuck. I mean, Buffalo has gone over 200 yards of rushing. And so really, like, that is just kind of that's scary to me for Vance Joseph going forward. I still think we could see a departure. Because, and once again, it's going to come down to, I don't know if it's a personnel issue or if it is truly a coaching issue here. But we are likely to see here Denver's final possession of the year. So hopefully they can make the score look a little less disgusting, and we can get out of here with a little bit of positive momentum going into next year. That'll be a touchback out of the end zone. Denver will get the ball with 4:37 to go, 31-7. And I think I think this game was a clinic on why you need a strong running game, man. Everyone thought things were, moving towards the pass, that running backs were invaluable, but I really think this season has shown the complete opposite. Now I think Denver needs to clamber for a quality running back here because Javante's not the guy going forward. That's for sure. And Jaleel, Tyler, they're not every down backs. Here we go. It's going to be an empty set here for Bo. Drops back to throw. Sets, throws. Little check down to Javonte Williams, who jumps forward for 7. Broncos going no huddle here, going tempo. They're going to be looking to try and get some more points on the board here before the end of the game. We do still have the 2-minute warning, which I don't know why you'd even honor it. Nick's out of the gun, 2nd and 3, drops back to throw. He's going to find Devon Vele, but Vele will drop it. He had a first down, and just absolutely nothing for him. It's going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 now for Denver, 4:09 on the clock. Damn it, man. 3rd and 3, 4 minutes to go for Denver, the last 4 minutes of our season. Bo drops back to throw, looking for a man. Bo turning, looking. Bill's not really trying, and now he takes a sack. Greg Russo gets a sack, and that is all she wrote for Denver. Definitely, for sure. He had a spy there, and just no one for Denver could get open. Not a soul for Denver could get open. Nobody got open for Denver. And Knicks gets sacked. They probably go for it. 4th and 17 from your own 23. Bo in the gun, gonna drop back to throw. Miller getting around. Bo intercepted by DeMar Hamlin. There's Buffalo ball. Little bit of an arm punt. If it stands, I hope the pick stands. That's an arm punt. That is an arm punt. That's a feel-good moment right there for Hamlin. Feel-good moment right there for Bills Mafia. All right, Buffalo. Look, it's going to be up to you guys to beat Kansas City. Because Houston's not going to do it. Yeah, and Knicks just kind of airmailed it. Looked like Sutton kind of gave up on the route. And yeah, just a rough day at the office for Denver. That doesn't look like a pick. I don't think that's a pick. Denver wants to keep that INT. Field position wise, what do you got, Bill Vinovich? Incomplete. So Knicks doesn't have a pick. Hamlin looks a little shocked. That's all right. It hit the ground, but it's all right. You got 3 more postseason games if you keep winning. All right, well, Bill's got the offense now, 3:20 to go, and they're likely just, Mitch Trubisky's in the game. They're probably just going to try and run this thing out. Trubisky getting playoff snaps now. Like we said, we expected to get waxed. We thought we matched up a little better with Buffalo. We did not. And that's all right. Trubisky takes a snap. It'll be a handoff to Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson will get it inside of the Broncos 20. Probably see him run this clock down as far as they can. You got 3 minutes to go. Gain of 8 there. And, man, Allen had a masterful day. Allen had an absolutely masterful day. 20 of 26, 272, two touchdowns. Oh, man. Yeah, killing clock. Denver has just gotten absolutely waxed. They'll be able to kneel this thing down if they get a first right here. Another handoff to Ty Johnson, and Johnson will fight forward for a first down. He just fought through a crowd of Broncos, and that is definitely ball game for Denver. Probably going to call this your final here. Nah, I mean, it's still fourth quarter. It's going to run to the 2 minute, and then with a first down and no timeouts, Buffalo can just kneel this thing out completely. And they probably will. So the Bills get their first step. Bills get their first step in trying to win a Super Bowl. It's probably going to be up to Buffalo to beat Kansas City in the AFC title game, because Kansas City now is going to get Houston, and I don't think Houston's got the firepower to take KC. The KC in Houston is probably going to look like Denver Buffalo today, if I'm honest. If I'm completely honest. So we're not going to get Bo Nix's first playoff win, and that's all right. That's all right. We'll sit out the last 2 minutes, and then we'll see what comes of we'll see what comes out of everything. Man. I gotta figure out what I personally did wrong on stream. I don't know if I just screwed something up with the SEO, or if my thumbnail was trash, or what, but stream did not do the best. Still did good. I mean, it still exceeds my normal viewing numbers and everything. But we certainly did some not as good numbers on stream. So I am gonna just see what it was. If it was a trash thumbnail, it was probably the thumbnail, if I'm honest. It was probably the thumbnail. Even still, we're almost to 200 views. We got 5 likes on it, which is, again, oftentimes more than what I usually get. We gained a subscriber. We're up to 98, if everything is to be believed. Yeah, we're up to 98, so we gained one. So it's not all bad. Just worse than I would hope for. Finally coming out of the 2-minute warning, and these will be the last few minutes. Soak it in, Denver. Our final few minutes of our season coming out of the 2-minute warning. The final 2 minutes of our season, and it's likely going to be just a couple of kneel downs here for Buffalo. They got a first down. They got no other reason to keep trying to pour it on. And once again, hopefully, this is the Bills' year to just trounce the Chiefs. We are just going to get some kneel downs from Trubisky. Clock is going to run. 120 seconds to run off of the clock. Sean Payton definitely looking dismal. Denver just doesn't have enough firepower yet. And they don't have enough defensive firepower. This game exposed Denver's issues to me. It really put them on a pedestal. Couldn't run the game, or couldn't run the ball, for sure. Receivers were just kind of plastered all game, it felt like. And then you've got as we hit another kneel down here, it really just felt like Denver was just outgunned. Middle linebacker is an issue. Middle linebacker is definitely an issue for Denver. Tight end is an issue for Denver. Running back is an issue for Denver. So a lot of holes to fill, but Denver's going to have a lot more cap space going into this whole thing right now. So Buffalo's just going to kill the rest of the clock. And that's going to be it. Final 40 seconds of Broncos football we are going to see. And there is your Buffalo playoff win. That is going to be your final. Man. This is it. Listen, it was an awesome season with you guys. You guys in chat have been awesome. We did a lot of growth on the channel this season. And we're gonna keep working, man. We're gonna keep working on this channel, and hopefully by next season we have more of a following. We've got some more regulars in stream, but I'm gonna say it right now. You guys were awesome this season. Whether you're seeing this as a VOD or you're still watching live, you guys have all been awesome this season, man. That is the 2024 Broncos season. It's been an honor sharing it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. We'll probably be doing another playoff game. We'll probably do one tonight, maybe, if they're playing another, or if we've got Monday night tomorrow. So we'll definitely do one of these upcoming ones, at least one per week, and then we'll, yeah. But once again, thank you guys so much. It has been an honor sharing this season with you, and hopefully we can come in next season. Whoa, what did I just do? I did not mean to... Studio mode? Oh, I did. So yeah, thank you guys so much. It's been an honor. We'll see you here in a little bit. We'll kind of get a post-game stream going in a bit. I'm going to go get some lunch. Thank you guys so much. Take it easy.